Hello and welcome everybody to the Flightless Esports PC Weekly Tournament number 25 of 2022. I am your host, Flightless Esports' Hamilton Gimmicks' very own Arashi, and today, of course, I'm going to be bringing you some good-ass Tekken. Joining me today, my co-host, Jiraxatron.
Dude,
Welcome.
how's it going? How's it going?
It's good, man. It's good.
Dude, the nights are cold. Or actually, the nights are getting cold.
The nights are getting cold. I think it's driving people away. We've got a
It
small
is
turnout this time.
It's a snug 10, man. It's a snug 10, man. Yeah.
That's all good because they're going to be bringing the heat.
Fine. That's it. It's the nights are getting cold, but the Tekken remains fiery. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, it's a snug 10, man. But I look at the bracket and I think everyone in the bracket are people that are ready to bring it. You know.
Well, actually, we just got one late person, so we've got to add it up to 11.
11.
Just pop Laku Karacha in there.
Oh, there you go, buddy. There you go. Another person who's a challenger. You know what I'm saying? A threat. You see him in the bracket. He's a threat. So.
Most definitely. So. No cats in the background, Spurgy Murball. It'll be my dog. So there's my big dog, Philip, and then you should see a little puppy come through sometimes, which is my little baby girl called
That's
Shelly.
That's what brings the viewers.
Of course.
That's what
They're being so cute, are they? They both have toilet rolls that they're running around and playing with, so that's always nice.
Hell yeah.
But nonetheless, let's get in there. We have 11 players tonight, but we are nowhere near short of hype. So if I ping these matches, just give me a sec. So on stream, we're gonna have. Hold on. Hold on.
You gotta hold on, ladies and gentlemen. He's on the lookout for players.
I am. We'll just
He's on the...
get that one.
And yeah, like I was saying, you know, a snug 11-man bracket, but I look at a lot of the matches on the bracket and I feel like, oh, that's gonna be a good game. Oh, this is a good matchup, and there's some good players in there. Walzinski in the top on the top half, obviously, and we got Tupai, Kowal, Lakukaracha, absolute staples of these tournaments, right? And they always do very well. So, and we got John Cena. Exactly. So, yeah, some good games to look forward to, even though it is a small bracket, and that means that. Your missus isn't gonna be as mad tonight because it's gonna wrap up faster.
It'll be an early one.
Yeah, it's gonna be an early one. Yeah, LB Greed, Lyle Bay, if I'm not mistaken, Hwarung man from Wellington.
From Lyle Bay, of course.
Oh, like it from Wellington. Versus Dazzy Stanny. He recently got Fujin this weekend, ladies and gentlemen. So a round of applause for Mr. Daz. The Daz man.
Everybody's been ranking up lately. Everybody's been on the ranked grind.
They are on the rank.
Oh, there's John Cena. Holy heck, I better as well. Oh, burst my eardrums.
Damn.
So I'm sorry if that bursts everybody else's eardrums, but thank you, Alvine1313, for the follow. Much appreciated.
Very, very nice stuff. And I think this is going to be a very interesting match. I like to think these two guys are very evenly skilled, so we're gonna have to see this play out. Two very strong characters with Jin and Hwarung, of course. Two characters that I think Jin has the advantage at range. As forward 4 neutral tool, very strong, but I do think Hwarung does have the tools to match it with the right skill with Peacemaker and run up and sort of apply his Flamingo mix-ups, of course. And we're just going to have to see how they play it heading up into game one, Rashi.
So yeah, of course, Daz got to be bringing the defense and the spacing. Lyle Bay
Yeah,
got to be bringing the aggression, got to get in there.
Yeah, for sure, and a nice punish to start out with the down forward one. Staying at range, approaching with that foot right there, going for a grab, but an interesting duck from Daz. Going up here,
Relatively
applying his
passive
own
start
pressure.
from Daz, but what a read.
Yeah, exactly. He's going with the duck, and the while standing two is going him some good damage in this combo, heading up into the wall. Wow, crazy wall stuff from Wild Bay, but disrespect with the kick, with the spring kick rather, and that's going to get him around, dude. Nice start from Daz.
We'll get some damage in there. That was beautiful from
Oh,
Daz.
yeah, and a nice punish as well on the power crush, and yeah, just nice defense from Daz at this first game here.
God.
Very, very nice defense, and that was a fast 2 rounds from Daz. Can he keep up this momentum? And I think Lyle Bay kind of realizing, hey, I'm going to have to get something started. I'm going to have to play a little bit more patiently. And even that is turning against him. Daz doing the right thing, approaching with a mix-up and getting some good stuff. But Lyle Bay fighting back, of course, ladies and gentlemen, getting the plus frames. But Daz Stanford challenging back with a jab, and not enough to stop him from mixing him up, though. And that's a round back for Lyle Bay.
I feel like Daz is playing things pretty slow. Lyle Bay starting to speed things up a bit here, and that's how he got that round. Just,
Sure.
winning fast, winning hard.
Definitely.
Wall bounce.
Wow, a nice wall bounce. Feel the fury, ladies and gentlemen, into a mix-up of his own, but fighting back Lyle Bay. He knows he's got him against the wall. He's going to have to apply some pressure, but backing off. Yeah, maybe not sure what to do. Maybe showing a little bit too much respect, but not anymore. Getting the counter hit, and that's so another great spring kick from Daz, not showing any respect whatsoever. With that spring kick right there, and able to take the first game. A very fast first game from Daz. Very impressive stuff.
Interesting that Daz finished the first round and the last round the exact same way. Did that kick that gave him all the plus frames, and then did that little toe tap.
Yeah.
Sometimes it worked out.
It's reliable. It's down 4 is a very reliable round ender. And Jin has quite a few of them. He has down 4, of course. It's a reliable ender. It's a very good high evasive low, but it is minus on hit. So it's sort of a kick that you use if you want a full stop on your pressure. You know what I'm saying?
Pretty much. I think if we take a look into what Lyle Bay's doing here, I think he just needs to take some time to consider what Daz is actually throwing at him. Start to kind of slow down his pace and start to throw out some responses to Daz's actions.
And I was also going to say playing a bit tighter with the Flamingo mix-ups as well, playing within tighter frame margins, but that's sort of irrelevant now. Going with the Miguel, an interesting change, I think, and I think Miguel's a good character, and I think he's a character that does well against Jin as well.
So will this switch up be able to carry Lyle Bay to the dub?
Yeah, we're going to have to see. Miguel's a character that does well up close. He'll have to fight to get up there, and he does start backing up because to be quite frank, he doesn't have the tools to hang at long range against forward 4. So I think and a mix up, a 50-50. Ducking it and getting hit by the mid launcher right there, and getting taken
in the back.
Wow, the back roll catcher back to 1. Tries to whip punish him, yeah, but good patience from Dazzy Boy to 1-4. Such a strong string, really locks you down. Tracks very well to both sides.
The block on the hatchet kick. Very, very nice stuff from Daz.
Just trying to get a counter hit. Wow, crazy stuff. Zen 1+2 is going to catch him. A nice wall combo, already taking him to half health rather. But Lyle Bay trying to fight back. Trying his absolute best to fight back. And Arashi, I think, Wild Bay has been getting hit by every 50-50 that Daz has been throwing out so far.
Pretty much. Daz with the block on the hatchet again. Oh!
Oh!
Hop kick!
A hop kick from the heavens, ladies and gentlemen.
Saying no
Not
screw,
sure
though.
about that combo. That could have been the round, and he threw it away, to be quite frank. He threw it away, dude. And once again, 2 fast rounds from Daz. Very impressive stuff from him tonight. So far, another mix-up. Getting hit. He's got all the reads on Wild Bay right now, Arashi.
Honestly, reading him like a book.
Like an absolute book, like one of those books with the pictures, as a matter of fact, and taking him to the wall was Wild Bay hitting him with this thing,
Oh.
ducking after that string. Very interesting stuff, but Wild Bay, he's very ready to fight back, ladies and gentlemen.
So you can see there that Daz tried to break the throw, but that was a throw that never even touched him. So he ended up throwing out the 1+2.
interesting
Nice
stuff.
wall bounce. He is waiting for Lyle Bay's
Yeah.
responses. Lyle Bay's falling right into his trap every single time. Wall bounce city.
Wow, another
population.
one.
Lyle
I
Bay.
think that's the most I've ever seen down one hit in a set, like ever.
Very, very well played by Daz.
All the chips falling down in Daz's game that time, and a very convincing 2 games from Daz against Lyle Bay.
So yeah, that was really nice. I think that was just a matter of Daz having control of the game pretty much the whole time. And every time that Lyle Bay tried to kind of start something, Daz was waiting for it. Daz already had everything planned out.
Yeah, he was waiting for it, and he'll push him back. He'd push him back to a range where Lyle Bay was sort of scared to do anything. He was trying to maintain space, and then Daz sort of just had free real estate to mix him up with any 50-50 he felt like.
Yep, totally agree with you there, mate. Now, in terms of our next match, we'll just be waiting a moment. I think for this one, we're going to have the winner of Mysterious Zeus, also known as Manga Boy, going up against
Manga Boy.
Kawao. So let's get Kawao.
Kawao. Kawao. Bit of a Miggy himself, so we're going to be seeing more of that. Who did Brutal Munchkin play again?
I think he played Dragunov, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Hey, get out of there,
and-
Shelly.
And Manga Boy with the Chloe as well. Look, I'm just saying, if you're a Tekken player from the humble country of New Zealand and you haven't labbed Lucky Chloe, I don't know what to tell you, buddy. I don't know what to tell you.
Gotta learn that matchup real quick.
There's so many of them. She's very popular here. And she's a character that you need to lab. Or else you're gonna get literally eaten up by a Kelly Roll. It's sort of like it feels like you get sucked in and you get eaten, right? Like when you get hit by that move. It's a crazy move that does a ton of damage, and you need to be labbing that matchup, guys. Or maybe not.
Dog needs to go
If
toilet.
Manga Boy loses, maybe not.
2
But
seconds.
we'll see. We'll find out. Because Justin Winsey is sitting in the bracket as well, and he is also a Lucky Chloe player, going against Zerga, which he played last week and took the game quite convincingly there last week. So yeah, gonna have to get ready for that matchup. But Kawao, obviously no slouch. Neither always doing well in these tournaments with his Miguel. And I mean, if Lyle Bay's playing Miguel, if Kawao's playing Miguel, I play Miguel too. I think he's a very fun character, and I recommend him to try him out.
Miguel, yeah, he is pretty underrated. He's a character though that makes other players' lives easier. He's got those bigger hurt boxes, so the combos become much easier to perform.
And there's so many moments like watching Combo Breaker, watching what's his name, Sephi Black's Miguel, and there's so many moments where it's just like Miguel, because he's like the jankiest character in the world, dude. How someone like Sephi Black can play so solidly with a character as janky as Miguel is very impressive. Very impressive stuff.
Oh, we got a result here from Zerga versus Justin Wensley, and we also had the result of Manga Boy versus Brutal Munchkin, where he won 2-0. So let's get Manga Boy up in this lobby right now.
Right, let's see who Manga Boy plays, because knowing Manga Boy, we've been talking about Chloe this whole time, and then what are the chances he picks someone else, right? What are the absolute chances, dude? Yeah, what are the absolute chances? But I think coming up against a player like Kawau, you have to be playing at your best, you know? So, we'll see. We'll see. Good to see Kawau playing as well. I think his Miguel is strong. And I think we'll see it in this game for sure.
Hold on. Alrighty.
So you do have to be a bit careful against Chloe as Miguel. I do think, obviously, I think it's in Miguel's favor, but it is something that you do have to be careful about, because as aforementioned, his aforementioned hitboxes, and against someone like Lucky Chloe with her evasive stuff, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because Kawau's playing Leroy Schmitty. It doesn't matter. Everything I just said, chuck it out the window. Here's a character that is very much reliable against Chloe. All of his just so reliable hitboxes in his mids, but also around the board. Arashi.
It's a top tier Lucky Chloe versus a bottom of the barrel Leroy.
Exactly. What can he do? What can Kawau do to scrap his way back up against this hard matchup, ladies and gentlemen? Hell sweep is a good way to do it, especially if they're going to hit just like that. But running free pressure and nice lateral movement from Kawau is going to move him away from the Cali roll and get him into poking range, jumping over the sides to 4.
Manga Boy's going for these huge callouts, going for these hop kicks, but they haven't worked out so far.
No, they're not working out. Kawau's having good reads against them, and like I said, with Leroy Smith, he has some of the most reliable hitboxes in the game, as opposed to Miguel, right? So it is a decent pick, but not if you're falling for Cali roll hits like that, and that is going to do
60%. No
spaceship's worth of damage, and with the wall pressure as well. But Kawau trying his best to fight back, but when you got blocks like those, what can you do, ladies and gentlemen?
My man
and that's
just
around
got
back
Lucky Chloe'd so hard.
I know.
They're both going so Kawau's going for the orbital, Manga Boy's going for the hop kick at the same time.
Yeah, I think Kawau is noticing these big callouts from Manga Boy and is trying to make callouts of his own, trying to do some moves with huge rewards. You know what I'm saying?
I like how, Lucky Chloe is quite a high risk, high reward sort of character.
Sure.
But Manga Boy is kind of playing quite a slow pace, really. He's not really doing anything too crazy just yet. I feel like maybe this is going to be time to pull out all the stops.
For sure, and some mid poking from Manga Boy, playing a little bit more compact now. See if he can keep it up. But bad spacing is going to lead to an orbital hit from Kawau. Counter hit as well.
He was waiting for it. He saw when Manga Boy was about to push a button.
Yeah, and these are the sort of hop kicks that Manga Boy is looking for. Trying to pressure him, going for a throw, but a call out from Kawau, waking up and hitting him with the orbital, and that is game 1 from Kawau. Spooky Moorball rather, hitting us with the question, how strong is Leroy after all the nerfs? He is still very strong, down 3-2. Still a very strong move from his pressure. He's just a very solid and reliable character, Leroy. And I think the way that he came out will forever taint him, at least until the next game. But I think when you look at the character objectively right now, and I just see, his down 3-2 pressure, his strong mids, and his down forward 1 is like -1, and then his down forward 1/1 is also -1. Like, what's even the mind game there, right? He's very reliable, and I still think he's very, 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 very strong. And we saw it right there with Coel's Leroy. We saw a lot of stuff right there. And that's not even mentioning the amount of parries and stuff. If you're in their head, I feel like you can't do anything against this character with his parries and whatnot. It's like Asuka with good neutral. It feels like. And he's still extremely strong, and you saw right there with Coel's Leroy. But we are going to have to see if Manga Boy can make some adjustments here and bring back a game for himself, Arashi.
Alright, so Manga Boy starting off with some nice pokes. Gets the hop kick though.
Get a hop kick, yeah, you can't get away with those for free against a character like Koei, catching him walking with another launch. Those are 2 huge launches with a big life lead for himself. Right there, very nice stuff, and maintaining his spacing right there. The down, back, 3, 4, going to be dancing on him for a round of his own, a very convincing round of his own, Arashi.
Oh my god, it's all working out now. These hop kicks. Ooh,
Well,
yeah. Wow, waited.
Yeah, he's the call out. Coel's had enough. He is making those call outs. He's had enough of Manga Boy's aggression right here, and with these strong mid pokes, trying to call out with a down forward 2, but Coel playing a little bit too patiently, playing a little bit too compact. Nice lateral movement from Coel, and these reliable mid pokes, as I mentioned before. It's strong against a character who relies on very crazy situations like Chloe.
Manga Boy pushing something. Trying to step, I don't know.
Yeah, he's trying to... He's trying his best to poke back, but it is just not working out right now for Manga Boy.
It's just the timing.
Yeah.
Got it on lock.
Yeah, exactly. And just something as simple as a mid poke into backdash and catching out all of Manga Boy's options right now.
Yeah, moving for a pretty Skux Deluxe looking combo just
The
then.
Skuksu Deluxe combo, but it didn't quite work out. Coel doesn't have the steez, unfortunately.
What are we doing here? Gets the counter hit.
Yeah, the counter hit back 4 that Manga Boy needed. This could be huge damage, ladies and gentlemen, and good Oki as well, but he lets it go, runs up and hop kicks, doesn't work out, pushes him back to the wall. He's a toe tap away from losing the set, and that's exactly what that happens, ladies and gentlemen. Coel taking that convincingly 2-0 against Manga Boy.
Well played from both, though. I think Coel was just a couple of steps ahead for the most part. I think Manga Boy tried to slow things down to get it down to, down to a speed that he could handle, but Coel did not make it easy for him.
Coel having the exact timing on when he would want to press, and just simply using his backdash to call anything that Manga Boy had up his sleeve, Arashi.
Alrighty, so let me just get this next match. We're already into our top 8, and our first match is going to be Wowzer versus Cool V.
Wowzinski, Cool V. Cool V, I'm a fan of Cool V there. I think he's a fun player to watch.
Let me just get these matches going. Versus Brutal Munchkin. Alrighty. Hara's mic is about half the volume of Jira's mic. Okay, I gotta turn my shit up.
Maybe it's just because I'm a loud person.
Potentially. It's all good. Alright, so invites have been sent. This is our first match of winners top 8, so whoever wins this match is in the money. They're guaranteed at least $5 tonight.
What would you do with $5? Oh, she did. I'd buy me a bit of a burger.
I'll probably
Or Bustin' Wednesday.
Yeah, Bustin' Wednesday, and then if I've got some spare change, might get like a dollar mixture.
Yo. Frozen Coke as well.
Frozen Coke could
I
do.
hope it's the hype. That's the hype.
If I'm, in the area where I can get a Frozen Coke, I will swap my dollar mixture for a Frozen Coke. But I'll keep the Bustin' Wednesday, of course.
You just can't trade it away. It's not worth it.
Most definitely, man. Most definitely. But for this match right here, Wowzer, he's ranked up to Initiate. Let's go. Everybody's on the ranked grind, man.
Maybe he can stand a chance against Cool V now, ladies and gentlemen. Who knows? The world is this man's oyster now. I remember way back in the day, or actually when I first started at this game, I got Brawler for the first time. And then I came across this Brian player. This is ancient history, but I came across this Brian player, and he demoted me to third Dan, and I wanted to absolutely cry, dude. It was the worst night of my life.
That's the pain, man. But that's all part of the learning journey. Everybody's gonna go through something like that.
It is. I feel like there's something very underrated about having that passion where you just have that night where it just all falls apart, and depending on how you react to it, you gotta. Sometimes it does, and sometimes it's like a huge drive when you lose that hard, and it sort of sparks something in you, right? And I feel like it's definitely happened to some of these guys in this tournament where there's some sort of heartbreaking loss or even like a big blowout, and like, man, what the hell? And then it pushes you, it pushes you and it gives you that drive. I feel like. But speaking of drives, does Cool V have the car to maneuver through Wowzer's devastating Negan? Wow, he started out with a huge forward 2 and Wowzer's like, no buddy, I have that on tap. I have launch punishes on tap. I can have it. I can drink it whenever I want, dude.
No punish on the back 3? He tried.
He went for a Kixabaki there, but it's interesting because I'm not sure what move he's looking out for against Negan here. A lot of Negan's moves in neutral. Oh yeah, it's his bat, right? Unless he's doing his one jabs. So I'm interested to see what moves Cool V is looking out for here, and what moves he's trying to bait out. Going for some down back free pressure. Doing that against Wowzer seems good in the moment, but every down back free you do against him is one little bit of intel that Wowzer stores on his hard drive, you know what I'm saying, Rashi?
Totally, man. Sorry, I'm just eating some popcorn.
Alright, I'll carry the team on my absolute back right now. Cancels the 4-2 into the 1+2. Throw with punishes with a knife. Negan, this is a sanctioned martial arts tournament. Why are you allowed to bring a knife? Is beyond me, but Whip punishes it with a knife, and Wowzer knows that he is living easy. The clock is ticking down, and he whacks down his bat for a counter hit, and that is 2 straight rounds. 2. Wowzer right here. 1, 2, 3. One of the most reliable, underrated jab strings in the absolute game, ladies and gentlemen. But Cool V trying his best to fight back, trying his best to throw out some jab strings of his own, tries to keep him out with down 4-2, but it does whiff, unable to whip punish both times from Cool V though, and catches him out with a counter hit shove right there, and that is exactly what I was talking about. Every time you chuck out a low poke, every time he chucked out a down 3, he is using that for intel and a nice intimidation stance. On below right there is going to get him launched for himself, but he goes for rage drive and cancels right there! Cancels right there and gets him out with a down 1+2, and that's a round for himself of Cool V. And he is trying his absolute hardest to fight back, but when you're getting your timing caught out with down 2s like those, it can feel so oppressive as he gets a launch right there, and Negan with some of the most reliable combos in the absolute game, having so many reads on this low right now, catching him with the intimidation stance once again, and that is a fast round for Wowzer right there, Rashi.
I think that was a really, really good game, even though Cool V lost. The way that he was adapting over time was really, really good to see. He slowed things right down just to try and match Wowzer's pace. But man, Wowzer kind of knew everything that Kulvi wanted to do before he'd even done it. He was using these auto low parries with the intimidation stance, going into the stance before the dude even throws out the down 1+2.
And you see how that cash in, how it sort of goes into each other. You saw from that second round, right? You saw Wowzer was standing there eating those down back frees, using that to gather information, and how each round sort of led up to that situation where he knew right there, okay, Corvée is going to throw out a low right there. I'm going to use an intimidation stance parry for a huge read. And it worked out because he was very confident, right? It took all those rounds of gathering data to lead him to have the confidence to throw out a huge read right there that he knew would work. And that's what led him to taking game one right there, ladies and gentlemen.
Alrighty, so I'm expecting that this is going to be a pretty slow game, to be honest. I feel like Kulvi has been trying to slow things down as much as he can, but, you know, Wowzer at any time could just flip the switch and totally change things here. So I think Kulvi's just got to play it super careful and do as much damage as he can.
He especially has that tendency with Negan as well, where he really picks things up right there, pushes him back with the shove, and then uses the delay timing to counter hit him with the down two right there. No punish. Unfortunately, remember guys, you can duck that string. It's a mix-up. It's not a guaranteed launch. It is a mix-up. You can duck under that after that counter hit. Low right there.
Oh, no.
Another read, ladies and gentlemen. Wowzer's put down his cards, and let's be honest, that's a jackpot right there.
Here we go. Kulvi is going in. He'd already used the screw. That's fine. There we go. Down 1+2.
Yes, getting into some mix-ups. And you can see right there, Wowzer sort of having a read on his delay timing from Kulvi, right? And it's just getting him so much mileage, dude.
What a sidestep. Wowzer just sat there and kind of ate all that pressure until he saw the right opportunity.
Yeah, exactly. Forward one, but nice movement. And I can tell you from experience, Wowzer has that forward one situation on block. He's got that down. He's absolutely labbed it. So Kulvi gonna have to be very resourceful if he wants to play that forward one situation against Wowzer. It is in his favor. It's +3 on block, but Wowzer scouted it out for sure. And has the pressure against the wall, trying his best to move out.
The longest hit confirm in the game.
Yeah, the absolute longest hit confirm. Such a strong move, dude. It's such a reliable character, Negan. Into plus range right there, into the intimidation. Just going into the intimidation stance for free, essentially.
Oh my god.
Oh, still didn't confirm it. Well, there's a bit of a scrub.
Man's is trolling.
Man's is trolling, bruv.
Oh my god.
Excellent lateral movement, and that is a very convincing 2 games from Wowzer right there.
Well done. So Wowzer makes it into the money. He's in the winners finals. Has not dropped a game yet.
Alright, so let me explain. Is it the low from Negan down back 3? Is it down back 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, alright, so let me explain the down back 3 counter hit situations to you guys. So on counter hit, he does the jab string, right? Down back 4. So on counter hit, it's he does the jab string to launch, as you saw right there. You can duck under it even on counter hit, but the mix-up is that if he notices that you start to duck under it, he does a mid launcher. So it's not a guaranteed launcher right there. If you guys get counter right there, try ducking under it. It'll get you far now that you know that situation. I feel like it's something worth pointing out. Well, I don't play Negan,
Good advice. If you play against Wowzer.
Yeah, I don't play Negan though. I don't know his inputs.
It's a kick. That's all you need to know.
Yeah, there's that low counter hit kick. I don't know his inputs, dude. I don't play Walking Dead, man. I used to read Walking Dead, but I never watched Walking Dead. So I don't know much about Negan as a character.
Alrighty, so this next match to decide who else is in the money tonight, is it going to be Zerga or is it going to be Kawao? So Zerga had his burger tonight. He defeated Tupai, the number 2
Mm.
seed. Sent him down to the
Wow,
loser's
are
side.
you serious? That's a huge upset. Very nice stuff from Zerga, and the gauntlet continues though, coming up against Kawao here. A very hard matchup, so Zerga gonna be going through the gauntlet tonight.
Alrighty, can also say down on the loser's side, our first match of losers top 8 will be Justin Wensley versus Daz. So we will have that on stream next. Justin Wensley cracked one top 8, now he's going to keep on cracking them. He's in there again. Good stuff. Just waiting on the result of Mysterious Zeus and Lyle Bay to see who goes up against Tupai in the other loser side top 8 match. Alrighty though, this will be a good one. Zerga being able to take out Tupai shows that he has got the
Yeah.
skills here.
Huge upset right there, and I don't know if it was with his Steve, but we're gonna have to find out right here, right now. No, it is not. Zerga, as we're finding out this week and last week, plays quite a bit of characters. Interesting stuff right there, but Kawao back with that Leroy pick, a very reliable pick that got him so much mileage against Manga Boy in their previous game. So we're going to have to see. We are on Infinite stage, a good stage for both characters, I'd say, but a nice whip punish with the back 4-4 right there, unable to convert into meaningful damage though, and things got a bit scrambly in Kawao's favor right there. Another counter hit right there from Kawao, and using these reliable mid callouts right there, and a down forward 2 is going to catch him up for good damage right there into a mix up. No fear right there, running up and mixing him up with the hell sweep.
That was like a legit 50-50 at that point. It was
Yeah,
like, you know.
that was the
I guess
Oki was
right.
definitely in Kawao's favor right there for sure. Definitely trying to go for a parry right there, but good patience from Zerga. Another whip punish with the back 4-4. And running up with the 2 as well, getting a round back for Zerga.
Oh, going under.
Wow, what a huge hop kick read right there, working out for him as well. And Zerga with a bit of confidence running up, trying to go for a bit of pressure, but Kawao fighting back with pokes of his own. Ladies and gentlemen, hitting with a 1-2-3 into Hermit stance situation right there. Poking him back, and wow, a third back 4-4 from Zerga, back 1 into full crouch 1+2, the Alyssa classic right there, just absolute Alyssa stuff to bring 2 rounds straight for, not 2 rounds straight, but it is 2 rounds for Zerga. Back 1, reliable mid poke from Alyssa right there. Down
really
back
slow
3.
things down.
Yeah, really slowing things down to a snail's pace. Nice block. Zerga showing that he does in fact have some defense, trying to go for a duck call out right there, but Zerga keeping it with a fast 10 frame jab, making sure he was safe right there. Nice lateral movement from Kawao is going to bring things back, had control that entire round. Oh, and Zerga's spacing getting a little sloppy right there, and Kawao able to whiff punish, dropping the combo, but no, he's throwing out these 50-50s, he's throwing out these mix-ups, and it's all working out for him. Zerga not realizing that he has to scramble to fight back to save his game right there, going into some chainsaw mix-ups, throwing out some faster-paced poking right now, but catching up over here when the hop kick wasn't working, and an orbital from Kawao is going to bring him the game. Nice. Beautiful comeback from Kawao right there, ladies and gentlemen.
That was a close match.
That was very close. Maybe Kawao not showing the due respect, sort of being a bit sloppy with his spacing in terms of throwing out his posts, and then getting hit by back 4-4 3 times in a row there, Arashi. It was only when Zerga got a bit sloppy himself and misspaced the back 4-4 that last time, when it really backfired on him. and the tables turned, to be quite frank, after that.
Completely. It was like as soon as Kowal, got the sidestep, well, when he got the launch on the attempt at the back 4-4, it was like, oh, okay, I'm not gonna try that anymore. And then after that, he was kind of just, had his movement on lock. He knew where Zerga wanted to go, and basically, even on an infinite stage, Zerga was getting walked down.
Yeah, exactly, and that was good pacing from Kawau to save all those cash-ins for that last round, right? You sort of saw that everything that Zerga was using to his success kind of backfired on him in that last round, and that was some good adaptation from Kawau. But Zerga changing to the Kazuya pick, changing characters mid set, very, 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 very risky thing to do, in my opinion.
But
You lose it.
could all work out.
It definitely could, but it's very, very risky. You lose out on your level select, on your stage select, and you have one game to make that adjustment, right? It all rests on that one game to make it work with that character. But when you run up into a Twin Pistons like that, it could definitely work out for Zerga, as he doesn't break the throw Kowal right there, but giving him a Hermit mix-up at the wall. Very dangerous stuff right here. Not the correct punish from Zerga, and he's going to be getting pressured at the wall. He just can't get out of there, ladies and gentlemen. He just can't get up, but he's fighting for his absolute life. And absolutely stays on him, flipping on him, does a bit of a flippity flip, and gets the first round for himself. Well played from Zerga. And you can see right there with those last few pokes right there, he can play very tight when he wants to, Zerga.
Slowing it all down.
Finishing the string right there, risky, but works out right there. Another wave dash into Twin Pistons, ladies and gentlemen. All of the reads, all the cards just falling down in Zerga's favor right now, and a nice evasive low right there from Kawau to avoid that God Fist. Sort of, Ray going for a huge read on that counter hit low right there, but Zerga a little bit too patient right there. Nice punish, the 1-1-2 flash punch.
Down we go.
Yes, very nice, breaking the balcony right there. Down 1-1.
There's another 1-1-2.
Flipping again.
Flippy under.
Flips. WWE indie wrestling right there. 1-2 into the hell sweep, saving that when he absolutely needs it. The cash in from Kawau right there into the counter hit.
Oh,
frames, but a huge back four from Zerga right there. The biggest of reads, and pushing him to the wall is Kawau right now.
That was optimized.
Yeah, that was
very,
completely
very nice.
Yeah, that was a beautiful combo for sure. And just like that, Kawau bringing it back when he needs to, and Zerga doing a slow down back two, not knowing that the last round Kawau did the exact same thing with the counter hit back one. Hell sweep, he's mixing him up. Oh, almost gets him with the float, but drops it, unfortunately. That could have been so huge, Arashi. And a hell sweep right there.
Oh my goodness.
Wow, random Twin Piston shades of Aiken P2, ladies and gentlemen. I miss you, Aiken. Come back to Australia soon, alright? I miss you, Aiken, especially when Zerga's reminding you with random Twin Pistons like those. What an insane, absolutely insane call out with that random Twin Pistons right there, Rashi.
Well, you saw Zerga was doing this thing early on, delaying the timing just to get Kawau to duck and then throwing out the Twin Pistons. Twice they delayed it, but the third time that it hit, it was just straight, alright, I'm ducking, I'm going into my Twin Pistons, it's on, and it worked.
He did that as an offensive option out of his wave dash pressure, but that was completely defensive right there, right? He sort of, he cashed on him at the exact right time too. Very impressive timing with that, with his Twin Pistons in that last game, Arashi.
Big brain stuff. I was saying in the chat though, this player reminds me of another player who came in here out of nowhere, took some bodies with them, called
Direxatron?
Drextron, but called Rizu, if you've ever heard of them.
The name eludes me. I have to say it eludes me, Arashi. There's some crazy New Zealand player I need to know about.
But yeah, they came in here, they started taking dubs in these tournaments. They played a bit of Alyssa, and they said that they were a Kazuya main as well. So
is this like some lore stuff here? Is this some like alright, this has made this game way more exciting for me. Setting up with this next game, a beautiful float from Kawao. That's what I was talking about when I was talking about Leroy's reliable mids into the down 3-2 pressure. So strong from Leroy, even after all these nerfs, Arashi.
my popcorn is finished, but this match is exciting. Guess the
Yeah,
counter
for
hit.
sure. Counter hit. Forward right there. You know you told me the lore and I'm like, oh, I got all excited for I got all excited for this match all of a sudden. As opposed to before when I was really bored. I was like, this match is boring. Forward 2!
House sweep.
Huge stuff, but the house sweep, and just like that, we're all getting all giddy and stuff about this random lore, but Kawao's like, shut up, dude, and talk about me. Keep out orbital. It's gonna take it to the wall, unfortunately not, but runs up and mixes him up with the house sweep, and keeps his movement on lock as well, ladies and gentlemen.
House sweep again.
Just in his head, but huge block from Zerga. Can he use it to bring it back? No, he can't. The side wall turning against him, and it's a tricky stage for Kazuya, I in my opinion. And we saw it right there with the side wall sort of turning against Zerga right there, and Kawao managing to bring it back.
So well done to Kawao. Kawao is in the money, makes it into the winners finals. He will be playing against Wowzer a little bit later on. First of all though, we have to get into our losers side top 8, and our first match is going to be Daz Stanford, hailing from Wellington, going up against the big Bustin Wenzy, Justin Wenzy, hailing from Auckland.
Just thinking about this match is making me hungry, and I'm not talking about Bustin Wenzy's Arashi. I'm not talking about Arashi. I'm talking about Tekken as we head into and Daz playing so well in their first game we saw him in, but you have to ask one very simple question heading into this next game. Does he know what he's doing against Chloe Arashi? Does he know?
He's gotta know. He's gotta know.
Has to. He very much has to. Justin Wenzy, an up-and-coming player in his own right. A player that had a very impressive run last week.
Very impressive. Made it into the top 4. They're going to be gunning for even higher this time. They want to be in the money, but they got to get through Daz first. And also, before we get into this, I can announce in 9th equal tonight, the following players were just shy of top 8. It was Lyle Bay, La Cucaracha, and Brutal Munchkin. So thank you very much to those 3 players for jumping in tonight. Big upset on La Cucaracha tonight, going out before the top 8. But against a player like Justin Wenzy, you know, I'm not surprised. He's been putting in the work, putting in the hours, and he's taking what's his.
And he's taking what's ours. I'm coming for you, Justin Wenzy. I'm taking it back. But also speaking about Justin Wenzy, a player that, despite the character that he's known for, sort of prefers to try and play a bit more tight, a bit more compact Tekken, and it works out for him very well. I think he's a good player. I think he is a bit newer though. He's a bit more up and coming, and I think his downfall and matchup knowledge, and you know I'm saying all this stuff when he just did a hop kick and top kick.
That's called big brain things.
That is big brain things, and it's sort of something that's like, oh yeah, hop kick dude, very nice. These are the sort of tools you need to use when you're playing this character. It's essential stuff.
Break the ankles, nice.
Some sort of person that would be coming into Tekken for the first time and they're losing to Chloe and Dan, and they're like, oh man, what a scrubby character. These guys just do hop kick and stuff. These tools are essential when you're playing this character, dude. I think you'd agree with me, Arashi.
No, completely.
Oh, cause you played a bit of Chloe yourself, right? So you definitely know the struggles for sure.
Just a little bit.
Just a bit. Tries
was
to catch
my
him.
first character in Tekken 7 actually. But
Interesting.
way back in the day.
Yeah. Ancient history. As you see right there, doing
Oh.
some. It's gonna catch him! Wow, good stuff from Justin
Gets
Wednesday.
all the
Knight.
just frames. Yahoo!
Yeah, and you see right there Justin Wednesday trying to play within tight frame margins, the jabs into the down forward one. But Daz having a nice call out with the 1-2-3 string from Law. A nice move to get out of pressure. Down
Turns
to
it into a combo.
3! What the hell is Daz doing right now? It's all working out for him. Goes under the jabs with that while standing free right there from Lucky Chloe. Tries to hop kick him with the whiff. It's tricky to whiff punish, ladies and gentlemen. It's got good recovery. Wow, these hop kicks all working out. This is a word that we're going to be saying a lot this year, ladies and gentlemen. No! Punish from Daz! And this is when this is the sort of situation where playing a character, it doesn't work out unless you do a rage art. A panic rage art like that, then it will definitely work out no matter what character you play, Arashi.
Damn, man. Even though that would have been the airborne damage, it didn't matter. Justin Wednesday was hella dead. He tried to get the Kelly roll.
Definitely.
Right, nice defense.
Trying to catch him up with these back four counter hits, but bad spacing is going to turn it into a wall break for Daz.
Oh, the delay. He was trying to get the counter hit there. 40 had it. Daz gets a counter hit of his own. Boom! Oh, he's not dead.
But he's not dead!
He thought he was swagging on him. It was like, oh, shit, he's alive.
Daz 40 was so cool, dude. I was like, man, I'm cool. But no, you're not cool, Daz. But we are leading it to a final round. Exciting stuff. The final hit of that Power Crush hitting, but gets the back turn. 1, 2, 3 at the down 2-3 as a back turn punish. Insane stuff from Daz right now. Very impressive stuff from Daz. Crazy stuff of trying to fight back with the low pokes, but Daz has it on tap.
Break.
Ladies and gentlemen, with the low parry and a break from the forward free call out.
Oh, no.
My god, baits him out with the rage art right there. Excellent patience from Daz, excellent spacing, excellent call out, excellent everything from Daz. Dude, I was very impressed with that final round from Daz, dude.
It was as soon as those limbs started slamming into Justin Wednesday's back, it was like, oh no, all this damage piling on, and it was really tough to come back. Justin Wednesday got flustered, busted out the rage art, did not work out.
You know, and just to sort of finish the thought that I was saying before Daz completely changed my mind, he had the block there, right, but didn't get the correct punish, and it did while standing one there. That could have been the game right there. He sort of wasted some time for himself there, because that could have been the game right there, but he failed to punish. And I was going to say, these are the sort of pitfalls that you come across when you sort of deviate from playing your main in tournament, right? The little things that matter, like your punishment, can sort of hinder when you're playing a character that you're usually not used to playing. But then Daz like sort of turned things around. He got to Justin Wednesday's back, and then did 1, 2, 3 into down 2, 3 like back turn punish, and I was like, damn, that's insane. That's like law main stuff. So I was like, what the hell? That was crazy stuff from Daz. I was very impressed right there. But Justin Wednesday sort of saying, did he pick the stage?
No, it was randomed.
Yeah, and this is what I'm saying, dude. When you have to utilize your stage picks when you're in tournament, guys, especially an online tournament where you get the chance. You go back to character select, you get the chance to pick your stage, and I definitely recommend that everyone takes the time to find stages that they're comfortable with and to use it to their advantage when they when they're down a game.
Because you have that opportunity, you got to use it.
You have it. You have that. Yeah, exactly. You have that advantage when you lose the game, and you need to use it, because there's some. Let's say you fight as Athena, and you get an infinite. You random select an infinite stage.
You just lost yourself a game.
You're lost. You lost for no reason. So yeah, this is my PSA for everyone playing in tournament to utilize their stage picks for sure. Because as we're finding right now, Daz not entirely uncomfortable on the stages, and he's one round up.
The regular grab works out for Justin Wednesday. Gets around to the other side. Nice! Clutch low parry.
Excellent defense from Daz is going to get him a low parry there, and good damage as well, but playing a little bit too excited there, and a jab check will be taken around back for Justin Menzie right there.
Good that Justin Menzie was able to stay composed in that situation. You saw he got a bit flustered in the first game. This time he's like, okay, I can breathe.
Yeah, resorting to safer checks, you know.
Counter hit, just not get a combo from it.
Oh, you know you can down while standing free there when you block it. Same with Hwoarang's down free fall. You can, while standing free, when you duck the first hit, and you can counter it. But we are not talking about Hwoarang right now, ladies and gentlemen. We're talking about Daz trying his best to fight for his life, unable to clinch it though, and that's 2 rounds for Justin Menzie now.
Oh.
Whoa, Dragon Snail! Dragon Snail! That was an unintentional Dragon Snail too, because he didn't finish the second hit. Law player been there, done that, dude. But that was huge damage for Daz, and he is in a huge health lead right now. Justin Menzie realizing that and making a huge read with the backsway. These are the sort of reads, these are the sort of setups that you need to be making with Chloe, ladies and gentlemen. Realizing that throws out another one a bit haphazardly this time, but does catch him out. Is he able to convert it into damage? A little bit of damage.
He pushed.
Beta! Oh my god, ladies and gentlemen, he ran up and pushed. Not having the patience to call out that rage out that time like Daz did in the first game, going for the down 3+4 until I think for itself, but nice launch from Daz. And he's gonna do, yeah, he's gonna jump over with the Dragon Tail into the back to Schmixie. Everything in Daz's favor in this final round, but Justin Menzie realizing he's going to need to pull out all the stops, going for a hop kick and getting a bit of a combo for himself. Nice 1+2 break from Dazzy Snazzy. No duck once again. Pressing is Justin Menzie right now. Maybe another example of no matchup knowledge right there. And a 1-2-3 is going to be ending Justin Menzie's tourney run right there, ladies and gentlemen.
2 very close games between those players. Justin Menzie had some fat Bustin' Menzie moments, but he could not close it out. He will be going home tonight in 7th place. Thank you very much for playing though, Justin Menzie, putting on a show for us with the Lucky Chloe, as always.
You know, and that's a situation where those little tournament situations can be the difference, right? That first game, Daz having the call out on running in and then calling out the rage art. And then Justin Menzie, when the tables have turned, running into the same situation and not having the same patience right there.
Pretty much, man. That was how the story went. But now we move on to another story, and it's going to be Tupai, our second seed of the night, going up against Mysterious Zeus. Wellington versus Dunedin.
Some Wellies versus Dunners.
And it's probably going to be another Lucky Chloe versus
Bit of an anime battle right here, right? Top 10 anime battles.
Where'd they get that from?
Anime battles?
No, my dogs have got this red...
oh.
My little puppy just got ragdolled because this red bit of fabric...
I thought we were having some banter, but Arashi's just out here talking about esoteric shit.
Yeah. They're having a fat rumble. Oh, what the... I've never heard that noise before, but thank you, Bustin' Menzie, for the raid. 10 people coming through to watch.
10 absolute beauties coming to watch this tournament, Arashi. And things are starting to kick in the gear now too.
For John Cena came back again with the rice face. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it, my friend. Now let's get into this game. I don't know why Manga Boy was talking about picking stage. This is only the first match, but maybe it sounds like they've already played a game. I'm not sure. Oh, Tupai won the first game already, so they've already played.
Oh well,
okay, well.
2-5! Manga Boy, what are you doing? Well, anyway, top 10 anime battles. Top 10 anime battles, Lucky Chloe versus Kunimitsu. A matchup that we saw from Tupai last week against Charlotte's Cove, showing a lot of comfort against that matchup too. But we might see it turn a little differently. It's not Charlotte's Cove anymore, it's Manga Boy. So we're going to see if it turns differently, but not if Tupai is going to get Cat 3-2 mix of keep out like that. That's huge damage, Arashi.
Duck.
Yeah, no hit confirmed from Tupai right there, and Manga Boy's going to call that out 100%. Muda Desu. So one of the most oppressive moves to use at the wall right there, and a low post going to take the first round for Tupai right there.
Alright, gets the back four. Nice. Gonna turn that into something beautiful. Oh, tried.
Wow. And getting consistent low pressure against Tupai is so difficult, Arashi.
Oh, damn, that was painful. Okay, makes that happen.
1, 2, dancing on
ankles.
him against the wall. A nice call out from Manga Boy, but the Sabaki from Tupai is going to be clawing and streaming.
1,
You
2.
know, fighting against Tupai, getting pressure, consistent pressure against Tupai can be so difficult. He fights back kicking and screaming, dude.
Oh, the duck on the 2-2s. Here we go.
When you're ducking the 2-2, when you're having excellent defense like what Manga Boy is showing right now, it can be hard for Tupai.
Freezing up at the wall here?
Yeah, he's a bit frozen right now. And it's not because of the winter time, ladies and gentlemen, but he does get the down 4-2 right there, and because it's Kunimitsu, she can push you to any wall in any situation. Just cutting at his toes right now. This is a sanctioned martial arts tournament, Kunimitsu. What are you doing with a knife?
Round 4. Fight.
It all turned around here. Doesn't break the one grab.
Yeah. Hurricane Rana, Rey Mysterio style. And he's going to pick him up with the down back 2 as well. You can usually float for that for a combo sometimes there, right?
Mm-hmm, you can. Alright,
Those sidestep
back two.
too. Yeah. Good patience from Manga Boy right there, trying his best to fight back, but little low checks from Tupai. He knows he's in the lead, and he can sort of keep it to little checks right there to keep Manga Boy from fighting back. But Manga Boy's had enough. He's going for a huge hop kick read, and the toe tap from Tupai is going to snuff out any chance Manga Boy had from fighting back right there.
Okay, damn, well, because they already played their first match off stream, that was it. Damn, so, GG's. GG's, man. Alright.
Damn, got them tilt too.
Unfortunate stuff. We didn't get to see the first match between those two players. Tupai's going to take the dub. He's moving on. Mystery Zeus goes home in 7th place. The lucky Chloes, well, the lucky number is 7, so that's alright. Both the Chloes going home in 7th place. I think that's just destiny. But now, we move on. We're going to see Daz Stanford making his return to go up against Zerga. Zerga, the elusive, maybe another player, maybe not. I have a feeling that it is somebody that we know, playing under a different name. However, I cannot confirm or deny. Winner of this match will be in the losers semi-finals.
Good old Dazzy boy.
So Daz has been playing on point tonight, whether it was with his Jin Kazama or with the martial law.
For sure. I didn't know Daz even had a law. And he played him so well that I was very impressed.
Wow. Okay, bye bye Manga Boy. Got shot.
Damn.
Oh, Zerga on the hopefully fake 1 bar here.
No, real 1 bar.
Oh, Daz can do it. He can win on 1 bar, it's fine.
He's got the skills to pay the bills, dude.
Okay, so we're now into top 6. Only 6 players left tonight. Zerga and Daz, the winner will be moving into losers semi-finals, and they will play the winner of Cool V and Tupai. So it's going to be a MH versus MH battle.
Mother hungry every week, dude. Good stuff from.
Oh, Tupai got shot. Bye bye, Tupai. Kowal said, "Hey, you want to shoot somebody from Dunedin? Get him out of here."
Yeah, he's an absolute massacre tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And maybe we'll be witnessing one more in this match coming up right next. Zerga versus Dazzy Boy right
Kowal
here.
got shot as well. Holy hecker, we got a
Oh,
absolute gun show
whoa!
going on in the chat tonight. Hey, even though we just shot 3 people, both of these players are going to have hella supporters cheering them on. Put some money down. Zerga versus Daz.
There's
Round 1.
There's a very nice guy too, and well, yeah, all of Wellington would have his back. I'd imagine. Yeah.
Chill just got shot as well.
And slow from both players to start up this first game. Very interesting. Keeping it to tight little movements, but getting the Zen right there. Huge stuff from Daz to sort of start up this first round. Wow, trying to keep up with the 4, but going under with the duck. You are going to have to be careful when you do big highs like that. Steve can definitely go under it, and he can punish them hard too. You know what I'm saying? With the sway into the wall bounce. Huge stuff from Zerga.
Bowser's out of there as well.
Forward 4 into Zen, cancel. Down for 2, tries to go for Sabaki right there, but too patient from Zerga, but he is going to be going into peekaboo pressure right there. 2, 1, 4. Oh, finishes the 1, 2, 3 string as well. Being a bit of a stringy boy right now into the Hell Sweepies. Oh, wakes up right there as well. Into the punish, disrespect. Zerga's knowing that he has to fight for his life right now. The big dick jab from Daz, but nice block into the down 1 is going to be taking it back. Zerga's showing a little bit too much patience right now and showing strong defense as well, blocking the Hell Sweep right there, but Steve, not a big punish right there.
What should you do against Peekaboo? Backdash, says Burger Moorball. What do you think, Jiraxatron?
I think backdashing is a good option, for sure, and just showing up some good patience as well, being careful to not give him the counter hit that he wants. Yeah, and the lows aren't scary too. The lows aren't that scary. It's they do peekaboo down 2, down 1 rather, because they want to annoy you, right? And then peekaboo down 2 is slow, so you can react to that. So yeah, just backdashing is a very good way of dealing with peekaboo for sure, as 305 said in the chat.
Oh, can.
You can dick jab Nikolai, but then if he has a read on that, he can peekaboo up forward to it, and for a combo. It's so it can actually be a bit risky dick jabbing of his read. Oh, yeah. Steve has a way of dealing with dick jab, so you can do it to start, but when you start to notice that Steve has the read against it, then you're better off backdashing and blocking for sure, in my opinion.
Damn, well played by Daz. It was all looking like it was Zerga's game there, and then Daz was able to stay composed and brought it all the way back.
Yeah, a huge comeback from Daz for sure. There's like 3 options that big. Yeah, that's true, but we're getting into stuff that you guys may as well lab yourself, you know. When you get into options that deep. This isn't a labbing stream, guys. This is a tournament stream. You know what I'm saying, Arashi?
Exactly, man. Exactly.
Go lab it yourself.
It's definitely a good skill to get into the habit of. Jumping into the lab, figuring out what can you do against certain strings that you're seeing. I feel like it's something that I don't really do very often. I think everybody learns in their own way. Personally, I'm not much of a labber. I'm sure Jiraxotron is the opposite.
No, I've got a bit. But it's I believe in I believe in finding a balance. You know, you
Mhm.
can labbing a lot's good. You can lab all you want, but it's all about applying their knowledge, right?
Exactly, man.
So
Exactly.
finding that balance is important. Kind of like the balancing act of Daz trying to fight his way of stealing 2 games under Zerga's nose right here, heading to the geometric plane right now, sticking to the Steve, knowing that he did well against Daz's Jin right there with the Steve, but managing to clinch it out. So I agree with sticking with the Steve right there, even though Zerga does have a lot of characters in his pocket.
Oh, break the ankles. There we go. Get counter hit, and all of that life that Zerga had taken away, all of that work is gone.
Yeah, it is what it is. Can happen when you're playing Steve, but a call out with the 1+2 right there is going to wall splat. Zerga trying to fight back right now, catching him out with the 4-4-2.
Oh, he was waiting.
Yeah, that was a hard read for sure.
Round 2. Fight.
Wow, interesting trade right there, but it's going to be in Zerga's favor, picking up with the wall sending one right there, getting a little combo into Peekaboo Oki, and just generally pushing him back against the wall. And the wall is a very comfortable place for Steve. I think you'd agree with there, Arashi. A character that relies on pressure and poking, all of a sudden turns to one of the scariest mix-up characters in the game against the wall.
Exactly. You do not want to be at the wall against that character.
Definitely not.
Oh, damn. Get slapped in the dome. He tried to sway.
Yeah. Tried to sway, but a nice call up with the down 4-2 right there. Finishing the string, but no punish from Daz. You can't be missing out on that when your life is so low.
Oh, break those ankles. Lucky both of them aren't wearing shoes.
Yeah, guard
If they were,
breaking.
they
Yeah.
were going to get scuffed.
Guard breaking there right there, and the life lead is in Zerga's favor, but maybe not for long. A nice counter hit 4 is going to be taken to the wall. Kind of falls short of the splat right there, but that's fine. As he jab checks him into a mix-up right there. Wow, he saw that on block, and then he sort of baited out a button right there. And he's baiting out more buttons. More Sabakis, Dazzy, more Sabakis. Oh, an excellent call out right there. And just like that, Dazzy's tournament life is on the line right here. It all rests on this final round, but the Peekaboo pressure is going to be catching him out, and this is exactly what we're talking about here. This is what happens if you duck against Peekaboo stance. It can be very dangerous. It can be tournament life ending, as a matter of fact. But a huge wall split from Daz. Can he bring it back, ladies and gentlemen? Staying on the wall, Zerga. Trying for the wake up Oki is Dazzy boy. But, oh my god. 1, 2, 3.
Backing off Zerga.
Yeah,
Okay.
backing off. You saw that moving back into the Albatross mix-up right there. Very good stuff from Zerga, and that's I thought it was 1-1, and I was talking like
Like it was the final match.
yeah.
Oh, this
It was exciting. It was an exciting round.
was a
to be
hype
fair.
match. It was a hype
It
match.
was
for sure.
it was an exciting round to be fair. But I was like, oh my god, this is gonna be kicked out of the tournament. Why didn't she say anything?
I was just too busy talking in the chat.
You're too busy vibing.
Yeah, I'm just always vibing. I feel like that's kind of what my purpose is here. I'm like just running things, keeping the show going, and then I got people like yourself who are bringing all the hype. I'm just kind of like kicking back and then just bringing up random shit from time to time. Like,
I was here as if like Daz was about to get knocked out of the tournament, and you're
I'm
just
just
sitting here
chilling.
quietly. You're just sitting here quietly, like, oh no,
Yes,
no,
this-
no, 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 no,
it's a good match, man. It's a good match.
oh no, 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 no.
Wait till you see the. Oh.
And then, you know what I should do in the final match? I was like, yeah, no, it's pretty cool. Daz, he's sort of just like fighting back right now. 1 round away from getting knocked out. That'd be pretty dumb.
And then he gets
That'd
knocked out. I was
be-
like, oh damn, GG's man. That was a
Yeah,
good
oh
game.
damn, that sucks. He got knocked out of the tournament, guys. That sucks, dude. That's
But
pretty
see,
dumb.
if I'm getting hype, I'm gonna get too hype. I'll start swearing, and then I get cancelled, and then then we can't be esports anymore.
This is like I haven't gone to a tournament without saying the F word.
Yeah.
It's and I try my best too, but also trying their best right now. Daz and Zerga fighting for their lives. Zerga playing the peekaboo situation well at the moment. Yeah, you see right there, down one into the call-out char, knowing that Daz was going to try and fight back there. Playing a bit patiently and playing the peekaboo situation very well right now.
Oh, nice launch, but drops the combo.
That would have been a huge for Daz, but a huge drop that could really turn back to bite him.
Mad X is he did jab, but it was a little bit too early.
Yeah, bad timing. That'd have been huge for him too. All these situations to get big damage, but not really working out for him right now.
Oh, trying to stop Zerga from doing that weird
punch,
spring kick.
yeah. Yeah, duck pressure right there from Zerga.
Oh!
Oh yeah, it's gonna be tricky to punish that. It's tricky to punish in general, but especially as Steve, as he gets hit by a huge hop kick right there. That's gonna be a round that was such an important hop kick from Daz right there to sort of even things up, to try and hang in there, try his best to keep his tournament life in check right there.
We're all tied up right now. On the Infinite Azure.
Wow,
with the low parry
excellent.
going.
Yeah, excellent duck, calling out the low from Daz right there. That was good timing from Zerga right there.
So Zerga tried to get some huge damage early on, trying to go for a read that Daz was going to get up, went for a big setup, did not work out, and honestly, it's all turned around now.
Yeah, it is all turning around, and we're all seeing little moments where the range difference between these two characters is really giving Zerga a lot of issues, but swaying the power crush and getting a huge
oh my god,
crazy race from Zerga right now, and he's one round away from kicking Daz out of this tournament. Very impressive Steve gameplay right now, but a huge counter hit from Daz, finding his way back. Can he do it? Pushing him with the combo. Staying back on not opting for Okizeme, showing Zerga a bit of respect right now.
Well, Zerga kept doing the lunge punches before. He's kind of, stopped his offense on wake up.
Yeah. Oh, excellent low parry. And he's going to be evening it up on the live. And we're going to have to see what he does for Oki once again, showing Zerga respect.
What's maybe rage? This is risky.
Oh, excellent Sonic. Wow, just like that. Yeah, wow. Daz getting knocked out of the tournament. That's pretty lame, I guess. But,
And well done to Zerga, moving on to the losers semi-finals. And I don't really know what else to say to make this sound exciting. I'm just raising my voice. It sounded like something crazy just happened.
Just be a Korean commentator, and they're like, ah! Ah, Zerga Mamuri!
Oh my god.
But you saw right there, that was a little Steve moment that he could have taken advantage of. He did a -14 move right there. Not more than -14, obviously, but he could have punished it with Rage Drive and ended it right there.
But that is how the cookie crumbles. Daz is going home tonight in 5th equal. Very, very well played to him, but Zerga was too strong. Moving on to the losers semis. And now, who is going to challenge Zerga? Is it going to be Cool V, hailing from Auckland, or is it going to be Tupai, hailing from Wellington?
Oops.
Both of them have been eating up the mom's home cooking tonight, but one of the moms has cooked better food tonight.
Has cooked their last Bustin' Wednesday.
The last Bustin' Wednesday.
And a match that we have seen last week going in Tupai's favor in the losers final right there.
That is correct.
I think he sort of had the upper hand when he realized that, hey, wait a minute, this matchup sucks for Asuka, Dad, and playing a bit more compact and sort of playing around the strengths that Kunimitsu has over this character.
Alrighty, so Kunimitsu versus Asuka. I feel like we're going to see some very interesting customs from Cool V as always. Tupai probably going to be rocking the same one. He always picks the Kunimitsu. He's got like pink hair, got a guitar on their back. I think it's meant to be some anime character, but I haven't been keeping up with the animes.
What an absolute loser.
No. Wow, you're a sad guy, man. Leave him live out his
What
dreams.
did Rainbow say? Stop playing anime. Get real, dude. Stop watching anime. Get real.
Watch real TV shows.
Yeah,
No
watch
more cartoons.
Yeah, or the Bachelor,
Love Island.
Love Island. Oh, speaking of Love Island, we love to see this match between Tupai and Cool V, G Corp Helipad. A stage that Cool V loves to pick for himself. I have no clue why. It is something I would like to talk to him about and sort of be like, hey, like, why are you playing Asuka on this annoying ass stage?
Well, he's got the strats. It's got to be.
Yeah, he does have the
reason.
strats. I want to talk to him about it. I want to see what this deal is.
See, I knew
Oh.
Tupai was going to pick that custom. Cool V's got this
Yeah.
weird thing with the tower on his head. That tower should be
Wow.
broken. That is some absolute horse caca right there.
Yeah, what's going on here? Back free at the wall, very risky thing to do, but unable to punish. Does wall spam with the back two, crazy jump over tick as well. Back two, one of the most annoying moves in the game, if I've been honest.
It really is. It really is. But I mean, bait it out. I feel like Tupai's a player who does love to abuse it.
You know, it is a play. Yeah, you can bait it out, but it's because it's so fast. You go to dash blocker and you get hit anyway.
So you just got to be careful. But I feel like, you know, this is something where you kind of watch what a player's doing a lot of the time. Maybe you can just get a good guess that they're going to throw something like that out.
Yeah, for sure. When you have a read like that, and an excellent down back two from Cool V right there, and a good combo as well is going to be taking a round for himself. Tupai, trying his best to fight back, trying to keep his spacing, but Cool V realizing I'm going to have to start some things right here, running in, starting his offense for himself.
It's like if
It's
you
sort of
start
cool.
some pressure on Tupai, though, he's going to be looking for
Yeah.
any opportunity to get out of it.
You're exactly right. Tupai kicks and screams to take back his control, right?
Get off of me!
Get off of me!
Oh, that's reminding me of that ad from back in the day. I'm
Oh,
not even
get
gonna talk
off
about
me!
it.
Get the hell off me! That ad is like Tupai. But anyway, not
Encapsulates
blocking.
Tupai.
Yeah, it's a Tupai spirit right there. But classic Tupai setup right there. The counter hit with that
Oh,
knife right there.
No,
block
you
shot.
cannot
Hey,
do that.
Yeah, an awful punish from Cooley, unfortunately.
We're on the final round between these two players, though. Oh,
Wow, one full
he
crouch.
was waiting for it. Tupai maybe getting a little bit too predictable. Cool V waiting patiently,
Oh,
goes for the
no,
can.
yeah. And that's the sort of situation where your punters, where your patience rather, has to turn into damage.
Goes for the green
oh,
rank.
wow, the green rank species!
Oh my god!
The green rank species, ladies and gentlemen, takes the round for Cool V and the game. Game one goes to Cool V, and all of a sudden Tupai is against the ropes right now.
That was a absolutely phenomenal conversion from Cool V
Yeah,
there.
Cool V.
I was about to call him
That's
Cool Vi. I was like,
Cool Vi. Vi's a pretty cool character. But speaking of cool characters, Cool V keeping it cool, cashing in. Sometimes you gotta throw out those greenies in tournament, you know what I'm saying?
and it works out. I'm sure Tupai's probably, you know,
Oh, he's probably like
shaking the
he's livid.
keyboard right now.
Yeah, he's shaking the keyboard. He's absolutely livid right now. And sort of something where, like I was talking about when he lost the game against, when he nearly lost the game against Corby yesterday, sort of, not taking to heart, the way that I believe you should be playing against Asuka is Kunimitsu. So, sort of losing his discipline right there. Let's see if he can sort of put things back into gear and turn things around from Tupai. Already,
Of course, it's gone infinite Azure with the perfect.
Yeah,
Would you ever doubt that man?
never. And like I was saying, one of the best moves to ever do against Asuka is his two-string. I never saw it once. So we are gonna have to see some more moves and some more gameplay from Kunimitsu that shuts down Asuka completely. Play a bit more compact, even.
Right,
And
let's
we
have
are
that while
seeing
running
it
through.
right now.
Let's hit.
Yeah, we are definitely seeing it right now. The start out bad spacing on the down forward 2 though, and he is going to get a forward 1 against Tupai.
Cool V kind of, yeah, keeping things cool here. There we go, gets a 2-2, converts into a combo. What's gonna do here?
And
Oh my god,
already
it hits!
seeing the adaptations that we need from Tupai to take a comfortable first round against Call V.
Dashing on in, nice! High crush! So smart stuff for Colby to do, covers a few options.
Bad spacing on the down forward 2
Oh.
right again. And nice, excellent movement from Cool V and a back free, a B3 from the free man himself. Cool V is going to get a good combo from, but he's runs in with the set right again. You know, Kunimitsu's absolute stranglehold on space control, right? Can be from range 2 in your face in an instant right there, and you saw an example of that right there that round. Finishing the 2-string, and yeah, like I said, using these strings that are abusable against Asuka. What can Asuka do against Slice 2 1+2? Well, I won jab. Cool, very nice game. So yeah, so already seeing Tupai use these adjustments, making these adaptations that he needs, shutting down Cool V's Asuka. Yeah, what can Asuka do against that? Nothing. What can she do against that?
That's just brutal. Oh, no punish on the rage drive.
Punish, and I think it's something we've been seeing across the board. Even is just not awake with these punishments in this match so far, Colby.
You saw there Colby tried to parry, but you can't parry when somebody's throwing a knife at you, unless your name is Leroy.
Exactly.
Or Jin Kazama. Or Geese. Just basically anybody that's not
Character with
Asuka.
a parry that's not Asuka. Very cool, guys. Very cool. But speaking of cool, a cool combo from Tupai.
Oh,
Almost
two break.
finishing, but no throw breaks. Very sloppy defense from Tupai right there. And we're going to see some pressure from Cool V. Clinches into some mix-ups, but excellent defense that time from Tupai is going to be bringing him back a game. And he can wipe the sweat off his brow after that one, ladies and gentlemen.
The vein in his forehead can stop swelling now. Can
Yeah,
return
it
to
can
its
go
original
back.
size.
It can go back into his body where it deserves to be. I don't know what that means when I said that.
Alrighty though, so the final game between Cool V and Tupai. Which one of the MILF Hunters is moving on to the losers semis? This is the decider right here.
Which one is the hungriest for mother? It's a question worth asking, ladies and gentlemen. And that's what these tournaments are for.
Absolutely, absolutely.
For sure, waifu hunting. And they are definitely waifu hunting right now. Corvi taking it to the helipad. And as Starkiller did say, using it to sort of keep him in that sort of... give him that wall pressure where it's hard for Tupai to move out of the wall right there. Definitely one reason to use the stage in this game. For sure. So running up down 1+2, knowing that Tupai wasn't going to use any keep out there, so just using it as free reign to get a mix up in there, and a quick health lead from Corvi as well, showing disrespect with a power crush with his own. Once again, one of the various reasons why Asuka is so good against the wall, ladies and gentlemen, is definitely that power crush, showing no respect, going in with a while standing 1+2, key charge Oki, but
just waiting.
Wait, and goes out the wake of O into a counter as well. Excellent mind games from Colby. He's going to be seeing him on his way to take
Oh my
a perfect, and now he's 1 round away from kicking Tupai out of the tournament. And when you have crazy setups like that, who can blame him?
When you can force somebody to lie on the ground for like 5 straight seconds, you're like, okay, I think I'm in control here.
Definitely.
down at the wall
He's
already.
absolutely in his head, ladies and gentlemen. And not breaking a 1+2 for a 2 sloppy on the frame breaks, Tupai. You're gonna have to pick it up, buddy.
He
And you
converts.
definitely can when you're converting combos like that. The helipad pick.
Oh my
Absolutely
God, okay,
backfiring right
range
now,
drive.
hitting the range drive, pushing him against the wall.
Doesn't
Can he
break
break it? But it's going to take one of the mix-up to take it back, and a down back 3 is definitely a good way of doing that. One game round back for Tupai, kicking and screaming,
Down
like I said, to take it back, but he's fighting back with the 2 strings, locking down Asuka. Nothing she can do about it, ladies and gentlemen. And pushing him against the wall, going for the middle desk, fighting back with a mix-up of his
Oh,
own.
double two again?
Double two again! With a low
ankles
push
on,
on
gets
himself!
caught by the hot kick.
But gets hit by the second hit of the cop kick. He's going to get taken to the wall. What can he do? Spacing it for the
double
minute.
two again.
And another double plus 2. Goes for Kitsubaki.
Oh
but
my God, we're going
gets
to the
caught up with
final round.
Another race drive. And he's back to another final round, ladies and gentlemen. What can Cool V2 to bring it
Counter
back?
hits.
Not that when he's getting pit. Sloppy spacing from Cool V right now, but he's going to be pushing
Oh
him to
my
the right
God.
back. But like I said, time and time again, Tupac kicking and screaming to keep control of the match.
Back 2.
Unfortunate punish.
Oh, goes for the back 3. It's nothing. Breaks the 2 grab. Muda Des.
Oh, Muda.
Good
Des-
night.
Ladies and gentlemen. Oh my god.
What a match. Damn. Absolutely props to Tupai for just staying composed.
And
Kulvi was up, he was looking absolutely incredible there, but Tupai was able to bring that Goliath all the way down, and he's moving on.
and that's what happens when Tupai kicks in on what I said before. He will not let you have control. Like, he'll fight and fight and fight to take any control that you might have against them away. And it can backfire against them, and it has definitely backfired against them many, many times. But that is an example of it working exactly for in his favor.
Alrighty. So, of course, we will be seeing Tupai again later. He's going to have the run back against Zerga, the person who sent him to the loser's side. But now, we have 2 players who have yet to lose a set tonight. Both of these players are in the money. It's going to be Kawau versus Wowzer. Leroy versus Negan. This will be a goodie.
2 scruffy, manly men, you know what I'm saying?
Who is the scruffiest and the manliest? though?
Yeah, no, welcome to the next episode of 2.5 Men, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Jiraxatron, I got Arashi with me. In this episode of 2.5 Men, we got 2 scruffy boys.
You're
They have
making
a
it
good-
sound more like Police 10-7 than you are at 2.5 Men.
On this episode of Police 10-7, we have myself, Jiraxatron, and Arashi. And today we're going to be showing you guys the mongrels.
Wowzer and Kawau,
Yeah.
these 2 absolute hooligans have
These
been
two-
beating
these-
people up.
These 2 absolute brutes have been found fighting in Flightless Tekken.
Now they're both fighting each other, and, you know, I don't think it's going to be pretty. How's it going, Hentacle? Hope you're having a good night out there, mate.
Hen tackle.
Alrighty, so somehow we got a dog out here, somehow we got a big camper van out here as well. Wowzer swinging the bat, starting things off nicely. Oh,
Wow, nice call out on Kawau's movement right there. Finishing the string, Tupai. Not Tupai. Tupai's not playing anymore, you idiot. Kawau not believing in that string, and a nice little punish from there. We'll be catching him out, but Wowzer got all the absolute reads with that intimidation stance right now.
oh, good break on the deckle. What are we doing here?
On the Tarkle. And a nice little slam of his bat.
Counter hit.
Lucille giving Wells a lot of mileage tonight. I think you'd agree, Arashi.
I would indeed. Lucille is a vampire bat. She's thirsty. She's out for blood. And Wowzer swings that bat into Leroy's abdominals.
Yeah, I think Wells are just in complete control right now. But Kawau fighting with all his heart to take this round back, making it 1-1. But they're both in rage. Yeah, and wow, using that intimidation stance to keep Kowal's lateral movement in check right there, and starting one with the counter back one. But Wales is awake, dude. He's not gonna fall for that like some other people might.
That was a situation where it was like, it was all looking really slow. They're both thinking. Well just goes in, starts absolutely slamming him with the big boot. And then
Yeah,
Kowal's
with
like,
that booty.
oh shit, what do I do? And then he was dead.
He was diggity dead, dude. And I think he sort of defaulted to using the lateral movement. It just didn't work out, unfortunately. But nice spacing from Kowal would get him a little whiff punish. Nice little damage right there. And he's trying his best to get a while standing launch on him right there. But Kowal clinching out that round for sure. Good for him. And keeping him in check with that while standing 4 as well. Wow, trying his absolute best to keep Wales in check right now. And he's doing a really good job of it too. Taking this round, yeah, got a huge life lead, but this is where it's dangerous. But nice step to the left is going to be evading that down for 2. And now it is 2 rounds each. But Wales is starting it out with a good float. Oh, nice movement from Kowal is going to be avoiding that bat to the legs, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, but a huge cash and hey, better, and that's a huge swing from Wales Arashi.
Hey, better, swing. Oh, tries the orbital. Damn, gets hit with the forward 2-2. Rubs the barbed wire on that man's head. What a sad guy to a blind old man. I would never do such a thing.
I know, what a rude dude with an attitude, dude. And Kowal was trying his absolute best right there, and he hung him there.
To the bitter end, yeah.
Yeah, to the very, very bitter end, taking the beating with the bat though. But he has some time. He has time. Win his final, first to 3.
Of course, he's got a couple more games to play with at least.
For sure. So he has times to make the adaptations that he does need. So we are gonna have to be careful for that. And it's not like it's an unobtainable task too, because Wowzer has fallen to Kowal in tournament before. It has happened. So I believe he can do it, but we're just obviously going to have to wait and see as we head into game 2 right now.
Alrighty. So, will we see a character switch from Kowal? Honestly, I don't think so. I feel like he's going to stick it out with the Leroy.
I don't think so neither. He seems pretty content with this Leroy. Maybe a character that he believes in more than Miguel right now. And you know, when you lose belief in your main, it can be a real struggle. You know what I'm saying, Arashi? I think it's something that you can relate to.
Yep, for sure.
Yeah, so sort of opting for the Leroy right now is a very solid pick, but not when you're getting hit with the bat over and over again like this. Nice movement from Kowal right now, though, getting hit by the second hit. Not showing enough patience, getting hit by a lot of these strings from Negan.
Oh, intimidation stance. Auto low parry, you gotta stop using the league sometimes. Oh my god.
And the thing as well is Wowzer knowing that, you know, he throws it out and either he gets a huge launch, but what's the risk, right? There's not a lot, or at least not a lot we've seen tonight in this tournament. So, knowing that he has a bit of the free range, but that string hitting him out of that not cool, that wasn't very cool of Leroy actually. So, nice well punish right there though.
Just mean.
Yeah, that was kind of rude.
Oh, we got the down back 4, see we got it right that time if 305 is still here.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so...
He had enough of my commentary. He's like, this guy's an idiot. I've had enough. Wow! Beautiful defense from Kowal's going to be taking him to the wall right here, into the mix-up at the low howl sweep. Wowzer saw that 10 years ago, Arashi.
Oh, playing it careful. I was like, yeah, you do that, man. You do that. I'm going to hit you with the not cool and you're dead.
Yeah, just hang out here, buddy.
Alright, Wowzer's taking a bit of damage early on. Going to intimidation is like, yeah, just go low, see what happens.
Go low, brother.
Double 2, double low, brother. Bankstown, brother. Nice. Hits him with the launcher. Are we going to the wall? Yes, we are. And he optimizes. Tries to go for the 4-2-2 again. Goodbye. Holy smokes.
And we sort of seen from these first two games sort of like examples of these very small but very effective mental frames in Negan strings, and Wowzer using them to his advantage. Kawau having the patience to block that string that time at the end, but the spacing left them to get hit by that down 2 afterwards. Being in that space against Negan is very dangerous, specifically because of that move. And when there was in when you're in a scramble right there, you might not have that sitting in the back of your head, right? And I don't think it was sitting in the back of Kawau's head neither. He was just like, okay, I blocked that string that I was looking out for. I need to get my offense in so I can fight back. Go, 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 go. All of a sudden, you got counter hit by down 2, right? And that's just, that's an example of how ready Wowzer was with dealing that situation. Yeah.
Well, Wowzer had already postulated all the possibilities in his brain. He's like, yep, I'm pretty confident Kawau's going to push something here. Throws out the big counter hit button. Mans was out of there. And now we're heading into this potentially final game. Wowzer might be able to take this with a clean sweep. But Kawau, he's no slouch. He hasn't been making things easy. And he could turn things all the way around. Random's the stage this time, though.
And I think when he randoms it like that, I think that's sort of a sign of like maybe losing faith in the set.
But you can never lose faith. You gotta stay.
You can't. You gotta say, you gotta stay positive, dude. So it's sort of something where you see your confidence sort of falter like that. I think when you see your character just your opponent random something like that, you'll be feeling confident of as well,
Oh, he went for the big house sweep.
And
Not today,
yeah.
Taco.
I said, hey, maybe I'd be a little confident. I didn't say I'd be that confident, dude. Jesus.
There we go. He's done it again. McCain, you've done it again.
Kawau, you've done it again. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, nice whiff punish. Here we go. Boom, boom, boom. Not dead. One mix-up away. There we go.
Beautiful stuff right there. And this is a situation where you can't lose hope. You can't lose hope until the last round's ended,
Oh, just chucking some jabs out. Kawau dashing on in there, just saying, okay, well, I'll push something. See what happens.
Yeah, press him. And he did press, and he got a nice launch for that as well.
Optimized.
Wow, absolutely optimized. Damn, Kawau got I don't have a meme for that.
So that was guaranteed there at the wall.
And exactly like I've been saying, 2 rounds back for Kawau. Can't hold out hope, ladies and gentlemen. The jab string to catch him out.
Oh, nice.
1, 2. Oh, 1, 2.
Keeping it easy.
The jab string, so effective. One of the best jab strings in the game, in my opinion.
Oh, drops.
Oh, not picking up, unfortunately, but still very close in terms of health and nice lateral movement. But Wowzer, 2 awake right now. Had to call out on that low and an excellent block as well.
Oh, holy smokes, he's dead.
Again. That's so much damage, dude. Yeah, whistling all the way to the bank and whistling all the way to grand finals on our side.
So well done. Wowzer earns himself a guaranteed extra $5 reduce tonight. He's up to $10. Kawau still guaranteed 5. But damn, Wowzer was looking unstoppable there. Kawau was getting really close. He was starting to make some really smart decisions. But when you go up against Wowzer, it's never easy. It's never easy. Alrighty, so Now we have to find out who is going to be playing against Kawau in our losers finals tonight. Is it going to be MILF Hunter's very own Tupai? Or is it going to be the very person who sent Tupai to the losers side, Zerga?
And knowing Tupai, he will have a bit of a bone to pick with this guy. You know, he come back and he's like, "Hey, you're the one that sent me to losers. I got a bit of a bone to pick with you, buddy. A bit of a bone to pick with you, bucko." And he'll definitely have had some stuff to take away from that last set as well. So we didn't see that set obviously, but we can sort of see it this time and sort of see if Tupai has taken some lessons from that set and can turn it around for a win for himself.
Alright, so this one we're going back to a first to two. So our last first to two set of the night.
When have I ever been like this? Shut up, Tupai! I'm just trying to make some narratives here, dude. I'm just trying to do my job. And you come out here like at me like that. Alright, someone shoot him. Alright, I'm using my points. Hold on.
He's telling him, Tupai, focus on the game. Stop talking kicks. Get out of here. Alrighty, so Tupai versus Zerga. Kunimitsu versus, drumroll please people, Steve! Alrighty, so I don't know if Zerga played Steve when they sent Tupai to the loser's side. I don't know I don't know what happened there. We didn't get to see that one. It wasn't on stream, but it would have been a goodie. And so I'm sure this one is going to be a goodie as well. On Forgotten Realm, oh, this is a painful stage. Both of these characters can get some big stuff here. Oh, massive start for Tupai. Slamming those knees into Steve's forehead. Oh, big low. You gotta remember, Steve does have lows. Going to the stance here. Tupai does have the life lead. Trying to keep it that way. Nice. Not biting off more than he can chew. Go for the parry.
Oh, nice stomp to fight back though, yeah, for sure. Oh, nice and freaking around. Yeah, snuffing it out. By the way, I just realized I spent points to shoot Tupai. When I'm a mod, I could have just shot him for free.
You did it. You're very honourable, so that's good.
That's true. Speaking of honor, Tupai fighting for his own right now, but getting hit by all the mids in the world right now, and the jab string as well. Fighting back with the 4th string. Gonna break the floor right there. No, it's not. I keep forgetting it's not. I keep forgetting.
Break the ankles. No, punish.
Yeah, slow lows like that. Tupai does have a read on. Go for a stomp, but bad spacing. Very risky to do that out in the open, especially against a character like Kunimitsu who has the backdash to get away from stuff like that.
Oh, went for the hop knees. Is that the Garashitron? Oh, Tupai punished that last time.
For sure. Nice break from Zerga. Wow! Turning it into Albatross mix-ups right there. Crazy stuff. I've never seen that before. Forward for 2 to break the floor. He's going to turn it back into the damage, but doesn't get the Sonic Fang Ender. It can be tricky to do wall combos like that against Kunimitsu because of her small hitbox, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, and she's going to break it for herself. This could really turn ugly for Zerga, but not when you keep it simple like that. Albatross pressure, not Albatross. Peekaboo pressure, for sure.
I'm pretty sure there's only one floor left here. Who's going to be able to use it?
Oh, jumps over the jabs. That was weird. But using the shoulder from Sway right there. There's 2 string. No respect from Zerga. He's going to pre-pressing that. He gets a counter. Oh. Trouble. Nearly gets kept out with the Cat 3. Oh, goes for a huge read, but no punish from Tupai.
Big low.
Big low. Big low.
Oh, mega low. Oh, no, doesn't do the whole punish.
Low.
Alright.
Using the low right there to snuff out any chance of a comeback Zerga had, and just like that, 1 round away for Tupai to get the redemption that he's been looking for.
Alrighty, so Tupai taking that first game. We didn't even get down to the bottom floor there.
No, they didn't. There was a lot of neutral played instead.
So let's see what happens here. Zerga has the option, changing stage, changing character. We know that they've got a couple of other characters up their sleeve.
For sure. And I imagine that the Steve pick was used against Tupai right there, but now that his back's against the ropes like this, like maybe the tactics I was using in that first match I had against them isn't working out now. Maybe changing the character isn't the worst idea in this situation.
Alrighty, so Tupai is 1 game away from being in the money. Zerga is 2 games away. This is going to be a tough match either way. Tupai going to fight to keep things in his favor.
He's fighting for his right to shmoney dance.
I want to see him hit the shmoney dance when we go down to Crush Counter Capital next month. It's not that far away, people. Make sure you sign up. Alrighty, Zerga locked in with Steve for the rest of the set. We're going to the geometric plane. Your favorite stage, isn't it, Jera?
I hate it, dude. Hate the stage. But it is as the stage of choice for Zerga. And I can see why. It is a nice open square stage, right? A nice reliable square stage, but with good space as well. And when you have good wall carry, you can do a lot on this stage. So it's an annoying stage, but I understand it, right?
So yeah, Zerga, a mysterious player. They came in here last week, did okay. Now they're back again, and they made it to the top 4. So we have our suspicions of who it is, but we can't confirm or deny.
Wow, nice duck on the throw right there. Ducking, very risky. Like there, you're going to eat those knives if you're ducking, buddy. And didn't work out that time, and that's a round for Tupai. 2 rounds left to head to losers final, ladies and gentlemen. And I think, in terms of Zerga's game plan, everything lies on that peekaboo pressure, right? But a mid launcher from Tupai right there, and as I was saying, it all rests on that peekaboo pressure. But peekaboo pressure can be kind of tricky against someone with the level of backdash that Kunimitsu has.
Very nice combo. 1 hit away. Zerga's gonna play clean here. Get that rage drive out of my face,
Get
buddy.
out of here, Bucko. I'm Steven, but also Steven his way to a round for himself. And we're all tied up here with a small health lead for Tupai right now.
Oh, counter hit City. Sonic
Wow,
Fang.
getting a nice Sonic Fang even though his back was on the wall there. His stomach was on the wall, rather.
Nice delayed. Mid. Oh, the rage drive.
Wow! Gets hit by the wake up mid, but still going for a rage drive. That's the ultimate disrespect from Tupai there, and that's another example of kicking and screaming to keep control. Down back 2.
Oh,
Oh, he saw that like 2 weeks ago, dude. Very nice stuff from Zerga, but unable to convert it in a meaningful way. And if you're Steve, your while standing punishment is a bit weak, so you're gonna have to get those full crouch down 4-2s when you can.
hits him with the Kaku nets. Taking him to the wall. Bonk, bonk.
Kaku nets, my favorite kind of net. Oh, huge damage right there. While standing 2 doesn't
bounce.
convert it though. Huge wall bounce. Interesting angle to hit it from 2 into more.
We're gonna see a rage drive. I knew it.
Yeah,
We're gonna hit the
rage
wall.
drive. Sloppy
Boom,
movement
boom,
from
boom.
Zerga. Sloppy movement from Zerga is going to cost his tournament life right there. That is Tupai 2 games to 0. And he's been moving on to losers final, ladies and gentlemen.
So Zerga is out tonight, going home in 4th place. Tupai has avenged himself and is moving on to the losers finals. He's in the money. Both of these
Tupai
players.
has avenged sevenfold. I just ruined the start commentary. Anyway, so we are getting Kowal against Tupai right there. A match that surely we have seen before, am I right?
I'm sure that these two have played before. I'm sure, but it has been a while because Kowal has been He's been away for a little bit. I'm not sure where he's
a
been.
bit absent. He's been busy. Be busy.
Living his life. Yeah.
Yeah. So live your life, ladies and gentlemen. And speaking of a life lived, can these guys keep their tournament lives instead? Heading into this first game right here, we're gonna have to see. Kawau, I'm imagine sticking with the Leroy pick. Tupai with the Kunimitsu pick. It's DLC Central.
It is DLC Central. All 3 characters in this
Top
three
three,
are
yeah,
DLC.
top 3 DLC Central, guys. Wow, it's almost as if you gotta spend money to win in this game. You know what I'm saying? Hey.
That is true.
If you're broke, I don't know what to tell you guys. Keep losing. Keep losing, people who don't have money.
Alrighty, people. So this is our losers finals. Both of these players are in the money for tonight. One player will lose, going home with $5. One player will win, earning themselves $10. So either way, are you really losing?
You know what I'll do with my prize money?
What would you do?
Donate it to people who can't afford DLC.
You can buy one DLC character.
Woo! I got money. Yeah, it's being a DLC main is like the biggest flex. I was like, yeah, I got money, dude. But speaking of money, who has the skill to bring the money home? Is it Tupai or is it Kawau? Keeping it in lock there, trying to keep him out right there, but an awkward interaction is going to keep it into comboing the Cat 3 into a throw, trying to mix things up right here. Going for 4-1 string. 4-1 is a jailing string, ladies and gentlemen. A bit weird, but it is what it is. Huge back turn punish into wall pressure. Bad spacing on the orbital is going to get him a little bit of a whip punish.
The classic setup.
The classic setup.
Oh! Oh, no way!
Huge low parry is going to be stealing around for himself. Mr. Kawau. Very nice low parry. Very clutch from him.
That was Tupai's round right there. That was robbery and broad daylight.
That was his round, but he's got the blue light on him, eh? Just saying.
Yeah, good point. I'm sorry. Yeah,
wow, nice movement on the Mutadesk! I've never seen anyone step Mutadesk in my whole life, dude. That was absolutely insane stuff. And Kawau getting him some hermit pressure for himself, finishing the string right there. That does so much damage, dude.
Oh, down forward 1 city. Delaying that string all he wants. Goes for the parry again. Oh!
Finishing the string and getting a nice punish for himself. Kawau, 2 rounds straight. Tupai gonna have to make some huge adjustments. Gonna have to make some huge
lows.
Yeah, and you definitely are with when those huge lows are gonna be hitting consistently right there into the Mutadesu, dude. All the kill. You see, that's something that Tupai does like to do, right? Is that he uses Mutadesu, and then he uses his minus frames to bait out a low mix-up, and then blocks it exactly like that. And you saw all the pieces sort of fall into Tupai's favor right there in that situation.
Mans is doing a jigsaw puzzle while he's doing a match. I respect it.
Yeah, exactly. He's big brain, and it's the sort of thing that you need to do at high level Tekken.
Hell sweep.
Wow, huge hell sweep right there. I was talking about Tupai, and Kawau was like, dude, shut up, man. This guy's not even going to be in the tournament in a minute. So don't even bother. Taking a game from himself, Mr. Kawau. Impressive stuff. Very good defense from him after this first game.
But of course, that was only the first game of the set.
Yeah.
It is the first of 3. So, you know, this could be a long one. We could be in here for the long haul.
Yeah. We're going to be here for a good time and a long time, you know what I'm saying, fellas? You don't have to do anything rash, guys. Call the helpline if you need to. It's important.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, like I was saying, in high level Tekken, the way that you can use heavy minus frames in your to your advantage can be the difference maker. I say some of the best players in the world can play in a way where they're in -9 and you're like scared to press, right? So It's something to remember. It's frames are a social construct, ladies and gentlemen. Don't let people tell you otherwise.
Live and die by the frames.
For sure. And Tupa right here with his comfort pick,
Infinite Azure with the purple.
the perp. I love leading
perp
the
tonight.
Anyway, using the space to keep, and sort of taking advantage. You know, it's so annoying. And he does block it eventually. Nice dash blocking from Kawhi, but no punish on it though. Unfortunately, Orbital does not punish that. But he does get some nice poking right there. Dose into the mid mix-up. It's going to get a launch for Tupai. Must be very annoying for Kawhi right now. And to get a huge life lead this set to the reliable set 2.
Oh, get back through,
nice
kid.
whiff punish. Yeah, excellent whiff punish right there.
Oh, getting
No,
hit by the
into a mid
50-50.
Schmixy himself, yeah. A mid Schmixy for himself. Wow! Steps the same situation again.
Wasn't even a real combo. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it was a fake combox. But yeah, you saw two situations right there where he was able to use his lateral movement and with Punisher with a back free. And it's something we've seen all night, ladies and gentlemen. Sort of Kawhi's use of movement is very impressive stuff.
Lost frames going. Slidey under. Tupai trying to find a way in. Gotta put some damage on the board. Quell has a massive life lead.
Huge life lead. But not when you're
counter
giving
hit.
away strings like that.
Oh no!
Yeah, and punishes it this time, but unable to convert into huge damage. Tupai caught straight mustard face though, waking up and ducking, getting hit by the orbital.
Mustard faced even. Oh, counter hit City. Nice, Tupai gets to put a little
nice
bit of damage
carry.
on the board here. Oh, counter hits! Tupai dropping the combo. Where he needed it the most.
when he needed the most, they vanished. Oh, I had the opportunity to get huge damage with that back turn punish, but goes for the orbital mix-up instead. Not a bad option, but didn't quite convert it.
Almost in rage here. Hell sweep
Oh,
Yana!
the hell sweepu!
Plus frames. Hell
Time-
sweep Yana again.
Times those hell sweepsies so well. Even Tupai, the lord of ducking lows, wasn't ready for it, Arashi.
He was not. He was not. Now he's down 2 games here. Whatever decision he makes, I can almost guarantee he's going to stay with Cooney. But whatever he does here, if he picks another stage, if he just randoms it, this is his last chance to get
Yeah,
any
his
sort of advantage in this set.
Very, very final chance, but something I did say about Tupai is that he is a young man. He's a young man, a young strapping young lad, and he has good stamina. He can hang in there for those long sets, you know what I'm saying?
I just realized both of these players are fighting on their mother's name. So, damn, you know, if Tupai loses this, bro.
Yeah, just saying, no boil ups from his mum, you know what I'm saying?
No boil ups, no watercress. None of that.
May as well just join the 40-hour famine with that one, because he ain't eating for a long time.
He's
ladies and
on
gentlemen.
the barley sugars.
Heading into this third and potentially final game for Kawhi against Tupai, picking Duma to the Syria this time. Another comfort pick from Kawhi, sort of opting for walls this time, sort of thinking, hey, that open stage pick didn't work out. I think Kawhi utilizing that space a bit better, you know, just because it's a good pick for Kunimitsu the character, it might not always be the best pick for Tupai the player, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, what a counter hit though. That was nice. Tried to get the I'm assuming it was meant to be a low crush.
Huge wall break right there, balcony break even.
What
Gets
the
a little combo with a weird backdoor stuff. Wow, crazy setups from Kawhi. And that's exactly the excellent position that he needs for a wall combo. But Tupai using Kunimitsu's excellent movement to try his best to get out of the wall, but eating an orbital, as a matter of fact. and this could be enough. And one little mix-up, a mid-mixy catching Tupai straight mouth to the face once again.
Oh, what are we doing here? Down 1+2. Used to be absolutely busted.
Yeah. Great move from Leroy. Using excellent movement as well, using down 1+2 and then baiting out that low hit. Unable to convert it into meaningful damage, but it is fine. Kawau still in this round for sure. Yeah, and just abusing it now. Down 3-2 into a Hermit mix-up. So cheap, but Tupai fighting for control right there with the down 4-2.
Oh no! Is he gonna do the optimal? Alright, that's just as good.
And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, one round away. One huge round away. But Tupai ain't going that easily. He's fighting for his absolute life. The 4-string hitting into a mix-up right there. Bad spacing on the Muda Desto, and he does get a whip punish for his troubles.
What are we doing here? Kawau's waiting for Tupai to make a mistake.
Wow,
Gets the back
excellent
three.
movement on the cat keep out right there.
Parry Damak. Going for the orbitals now. Saying, yeah, you're gonna do something. It's gonna work eventually.
Yeah. It's safe. He can get away with it, right?
The disrespect of this man.
Yeah, absolute disrespect. Knowing that he has all the room to breathe. He's one round away. If he loses this game, he's still one game away. Knowing that he has all the time in the world, dude.
Oh, stopping him from going into the air. Kawau absolutely trolling right now. Oh no!
Uh-oh.
Got a little bit too cocky.
Maybe Kawhi being like, hey, maybe I don't want to win. But he has fight back with pokes of his own. Nice duck on that string, Tupai.
Oh, what a sidestep. You are kidding me. Man.
Beautiful lateral movement from Kawhi. Once again, something I've been saying all night.
What are we doing here? Spring kick, no punish. Orbital.
Oh, string, yeah, right there. On hit, you can get a mix-up right there from so good stuff from Tupai. And just like that, one round away, nice punish from Kawau. Sidestep 2, disrespects
Pressure.
the string.
Oh, in the back. Orbital.
Oh, misses out on the punish, just a little bit too far away to get a jab punish on there. Not too far away to get a jab punish on it that time,
God,
though.
that is safe.
And just like
No
that,
break.
no breaks, and all of a sudden, bad positioning from Kawau here is going to be getting him a hit with the rage drive. What? Tupai!
Oh no.
Hey, what? What did he do?
I don't know what happened. Keyboard
You know
broke.
You know what's happening on the Discord? He's like, my keyboard broke, and he's like shaking the keyboard really hard. He's like, my keyboard broke.
That was my rage drive.
Give me my rage drive. And speaking of rage drives, would be. Oh!
Whoa, get out of here. Alright. So, we move on to the grand finals of the night. Wowza sitting there very prettily with 0 losses to his name tonight on the winner's side. Well, Tupai is dead. Bye-bye. Wowza, yeah, coming in here, guaranteed at least $10, doesn't matter what happens. But Kawau, oops, he's already in the lobby, I just invited him again, I don't know why. Tupai is double dead, he's already dead, so I guess when he comes back I'll just time him out again. His transgressions will not be forgiven. Oh, I haven't even updated the names. I don't know what's wrong with me. This is the grand finals. Oops, hold on a second. My bad. Alrighty. So Wowza needs to win 3 games here to take this tournament, earn himself $20. Kawau needs to win 6. So this is a big uphill battle.
It's a huge, huge climb to begin with, dude, and having to win that many games.
Against a player like Wowzer, it is very, very difficult. But it can happen.
But yeah, it is possible, guys, heading into game one, ladies and gentlemen, and not when you're going to get hit by a launcher from that into the wall. Huge
Huh?
damage already.
Get counter
Yeah, cool. Yeah, cool. I'm like, yeah, it was with a fast counter hit like that. Very good stuff from Kawhi.
Alright, what are we doing?
Jab string. Another jab string. And calling it out this time. Good stuff from Kawhi. He's had enough. He's like, we've all had enough of that string, Wowzer. Please stop it. And it's going to be turning into a first round for him. Very good stuff right there.
The rage art, he didn't even need to. Just rubbing it in his face.
Yeah,
Took
good
the
stuff,
round.
though. It leaves you with some time to think. You know?
You need all you can get against Wowzer. Yeah, so
Yeah.
really that was pretty smart.
And floated out against Kawhi right there. He's going to have to be a little bit more careful with his orbitals in this matchup, you know, because while they're relying on fast jab strings like that one, it's going to be floating him out a lot if he's not careful.
Oh, nice. We tied up. Fat
Definitely.
counter hit to the dome. Doesn't break the floor or anything, that's fine. Hell sweep Yama. Oh! Could have been a huge whiff punish, that's fine. Kawhi's looking good here. I was about to say he
Yeah.
was on the track for a perfect, but never mind.
He's in a scary spot though. Not when you're using good leader
Oh!
movement like that. But now Terralza realizing that he sort of had him turtle up, clammed up against the wall right there and using it for his example of the unbreakable throw. And the jab string as well is going to be bringing it back 2 rounds for Wowzer.
Oh no. You can't do that, mate.
Whoever's idea it was, that Bando Namkai, to put that jab string in the hands of Wowzer is a devil.
They did it just for him.
They did it for The Rock. And that's one game for Wowzer right there. He's like, I'm tired. I want to go to bed. I got esports school tomorrow.
Oh my god.
And yeah, just like that, Kawhi fighting his absolute best to keep it competitive, but Wowzer just one step ahead in that game right there. You notice like the pressure right there, and Kawhi trying his absolute best to get out of that wall situation, knocking them down. Kawhi waking back up, and then Wowzer utilizing that unbreakable throw after you realize, hey, I got Kawhi clammed up here.
Alrighty. Making things even harder for Kawhi now, but Wowzer needs 2 more games to take this tournament.
For sure, and there's Wowzer with so much room to breathe. It's smooth sailing for him, right? Even if he loses one game, like if he loses this next game and then he loses the next game, he's just got so much room to breathe, and he's chilling. He's chilling. So, whereas Kawhi fighting for his absolute life every game. So. It's a struggle, and the confidence is high on Wowzer's end, as you guys can tell. Beating up on that stick. Can you turn it into beating up Wowzer right there? I like how I called a dummy a stick, dude. If I was like a kung fu master, dude, I'd hate me. If I'm being honest.
Hell sweep Yama! Very nice start for Kawhi.
For sure.
Star Killer, very good point. Part of Wowzer's overall dominance, you never see him drop the first set. everyone who comes close to beating him has to do it off the back foot. So he already has that advantage. Yeah, that's totally true.
It is achievable though. I know a certain someone who pulled it off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, true.
Hey, hey. But can Kawhi be another one of those people to pull it off? We're just gonna have to wait and see. He's trying his best to keep things competitive, and he's doing well. But Wowzer just absolutely dominating, and he's just doing it with that jab string, that diabolical jab string, dude. And with moves like that, with moves like down 2, moves like back 2-2, it's yeah, it's a lot of crazy stuff right here. But just some spacing right here. Nice jab strings to catch out that armor move safely, but a break is going to break the Kit Kat. Is that racist to say? Anyway, catching him around from Wowzer. That's 2 rounds up for him. And that's very good stuff. He's just under so much control right now, and a punish on the not cool. Very good stuff from Kawhi right there.
I didn't even think of it until you said, "Is it racist?" And I'm like, "Oh, okay, well."
You gotta ask. But the counter,
You played yourself there.
Yeah, I did play myself. Hey, it was a question worth asking.
Yeah.
But a whiffed orbital is going to cost him a little bit right there. Goes for the back one. Trying to catch him out with these fast counter hits. I'm not sure if that's the way to go against Wowzer right now. Playing a little bit too compact, you know what I'm saying?
Just like that, he's 2 games up. Kawhi down 5 games against Wowzer in this tournament so far. He's got to get at least 1 on the board. Even if he just wins this next match, that's enough. It's enough to be able to consider it a big dub.
For sure, and yeah, it's good experience. What? Wowzer got the... Oh, I would say Wowzer has the best Negan in OCE, right? So it's value expert.
There's only one other Negan that I think could match Wowzer or could potentially be better with Negan, and that would be Manners Maketh Man. Who entered this tournament 1 time, and then he didn't drop a single game, and then he was out. He hasn't entered again.
I agree. Manners Maketh Man's Negan's insane. I think Wowzer's might be like a hair above. But that's rhetoric, right? Both of their Negans are insane.
Very, very strong. Kawhi, though, his Leroy looking pretty decent himself.
For sure. And this is 1 game away. Wowzer walking his way to the 20 bills. If he can take this game, nice break from Kawhi though. And disrespecting him, going for a jab string right there and catching him out even, because Kawhi went for a duck right there and tried to do a while standing move, I presume, and got caught out with a jab string. So very nice right there. And that's the name of the game, ladies and gentlemen. It's just very simple but effective pokes from Negan. Very, very solid character. A character that I reckon could win a major. Like on an international level.
Mm.
But like, it's just like no one wants to play him.
But they should.
They should
play him.
If Arslan Ash took this character to a major, he would win with him.
Well,
I think he's that strong. He's very strong in a very compact and reliable way.
Tupai's queued up. Shot has been applied.
Damn, he's not talking for the rest of this tournament, it seems.
Kawhi, if you want Tupai to say something, you need to turn this around.
He's doing it for Kawhi. He's doing it for the Rock.
Oh,
Not cool, and that's going to be the
miscalculation.
round. That's definitely going to be the round. Lucille's going to give him the strength to lead him to 1 round away.
This is a
from
straight up
taking this tournament.
disrespectful, to be honest.
3-0. Hey, anyone seen The Walking Dead, dude? It's a bit of a show.
Take it like a champ!
Taking it like a champ, ladies and gentlemen. Breaking him like a white chocolate. And that's 1, and just like that, 1 round away. You know what the layout of intimidation starts, gonna launch him right there. Gonna send him to the absolute wall ladies and gentlemen. He's going for some tech. He's going for some cool tech. Show us some. Look, Miles, you're about to win, dude. Just show us some cool tech. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no.
Oh, once again, the back to two.
Just
And
like
just
that, huh?
Like that, Wowzer takes it with a clean 3 game straight to take the Flightless PC Tekken 7 Weekly number 25.
My man did not drop one game this whole tournament.
My man not caught slipping even once.
And
Not even once.
I've heard that he's not even coming down to Crush Counter Capital. You gotta be kidding me, man.
Yeah, he's looking for a brush instead.
That is just insane to me. But, you know what, people? That is the end of this tournament, but it is not the end of all tournaments. We will, of course, be back next week. But, bearing in mind, next week is the beginning, well, the end of this week is the beginning, but next week for Flightless is the beginning of the Tekken World Tour 2022. So, starting from next week, it's time to earn some of those sweet, sweet Tekken World Tour points, get up on the leaderboard, and you really got to start bringing your A game.
I'll see you in tournament. I'll see you in tournament.
Alrighty, so we're going to get that going. Of course, if you are going to be entering from the point of Tekken World Tour, remember that customs are going to be banned again. You will not be able to use customs anymore. I'll have to put that in the Discord to remind people. But yes, so Tekken World Tour will be on starting from next week, and we cannot wait to get the ball rolling and get some of those New Zealand players a chance to be up in the spotlight. So that is the end for this tournament. Congratulations to Wowzer, our champion, once again in the Flightless tournament, earning himself a sweet $20, and he can buy himself a couple of Bustin' Winsies, a couple of Blue Vs, a couple of what else could he buy, Drextron? You tell me.
He could buy like a $20 fish and chip pack, I guess.
$20 fish and chip pack. Better have some kahawa in there.
He can buy himself a flight to Bandai Namco and be like, hey, why did you give Negan this 1-2-4?
Will it be worth it? Probably not, but that's all good. He can spend his money how he likes. Second place though, Kawao, also earning himself some money, $10 for him. Not as much money, maybe he can get half a trip to Bandai Namco's offices to say, man, why don't you buff Leroy? Bring him back to the way he was when he first came out.
He'll stop like halfway through and then they'll push him down into the ocean.
So that is that. Tupai in third place tonight. It's all good. He was our second seed. He has been upset by the big dog Kawao, but it doesn't matter. Gets himself $5. That's all good. Nice compensation. Fourth place tonight, Zerga, busting in out of nowhere. We don't know who Zerga is. Maybe we do. I don't know. But Zerga going home in fourth place, showing that they have what it takes to make it into the top 4. And yeah, they played their ass off. Losers round 3, also known as top 6. These two players went home in 5th equal, Cool V and Daz. Both of those players absolutely pulling out all the stops. Cool V and Daz both had some incredible moments in their matches that they played that we got to see. But yes, they did go home in 5th equal, and that just shows the kind of caliber that you have to be able to make it that far. But in 7th equal, we also had Mysterious Zeus, also known as Manga Boy, and we had Justin Wenzi, both of the lucky Chloes, both very, very lucky with the lucky number 7. But maybe that wasn't so lucky in the end. I don't know what to say. I think 7's a pretty cool number, but 7th equal, it's all good. It's all good. Top 8 doesn't matter. So that was your Flightless top 8 for the Flightless Tekken 7 PC Weekly number 25 of 2022. Thank you very much to my co-commentator tonight, Jiraxatron. Any last words from you, my friend?
You know, it was a bit, a snug tournament this week, like I said for sure, but I like to think of it as the sort of the calm before the storm next week, you know what I'm saying? Because some very exciting stuff coming up. And Tekken in general, I think Tekken 7's gonna end in a nice way, I feel it deserves. So I'll see you in tournament, dude.
So we're getting closer and closer to a new Tekken game being announced, I hope, or a new patch or something, I hope. But we just got to wait and see. But before that, we're going to get that Tekken World Tour action going. If you are in New Zealand, if you have the ability to get down to Wellington in July, so next month, between July 8th to July 10th, come on down to Crush Counter Capital 2022, the first big major offline tournament for Tekken 7 this year, it is going to be a bloody good one. So make sure you come on down. There's already 30 people signed up for Tekken, but we know we can get more people in there. And it's going to be huge, honestly. I can't wait to see what happens.
You know, and another thing I want to say is that for those people who might have started playing in COVID times, the TWT has this way of getting you very, very excited about the game on like a weekly basis. So it's something to look forward to, I think.
No, 100% agree. So, I mean, with that being said, people, the really serious tournament season is about to begin. This is where you really got to start putting your best foot forward. You know, you might have been doing that already in these tournaments, and that's great. But if you're somebody who might have been just playing around or just watching and, you know, weren't really too sure, this is the time to start getting in there. So, with that being said, it's almost 10 o'clock. This is probably one of the earliest finishes, even though I've been, me and Draxtron been talking heaps for the last 5 minutes. But thank you very much, everybody, for signing up, for supporting, for watching. Good ass New Zealand Tekken. Thank you again, and we will see you next week. Alright, peace out, people.